gone. Fucking hell, Ben. Absolute ball. Right, hopefully somebody will tell him I'm in a different life now. Why are you all the way over there? This is probably a very expensive table I'm smashing up. Let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, there's nobody in there. There's nobody in. Oh, there is. There's one person in. That's probably me. Oh, we've got people back. Oh dear. Yeah, Ben's gone now though. Ben's a very naughty boy for making it all mess up again. So, oh dear. Tell everybody else in the other chat, please, that I'm here and being some sort of strange woman with this on my head. Oh, we're getting everybody over. What's happening? What do you mean what's happening? I'm back. I'm back. Why have I still got this on my head, in fact? I don't even really understand why. Yes. So Ben's just told me off. No, he's been having a laugh. Thing is, Ben's just still been talking to you, like you could still hear him. But actually the live had gone off, so he's chatting away and saying, thank you, Karen, for becoming a subscriber. Thank you for this, and your subscribers are all leaving and all this lot. And then didn't realise that you couldn't actually hear him at all. So it was quite funny. But I enjoyed that. Did everybody enjoy ringing Ben? Because I did. I definitely did. One sec. Is a ghost theory still live? I'm guessing they are. Because I do have both of their numbers. One second. I think I've got their numbers. But it might be on that phone, I'm not sure. 1 second. I can't stop thinking about crumpets. I can't stop thinking about crumpets, but a different kind. Ben is a good sport. You know what? There's a lot of people, a lot of YouTubers and a lot of people I've met over the years doing this. Some bigger than others, like some that are doing amazing now, over 1 million subscribers, some that are on tens of thousands and hundreds of thousands. Ben is one of the nicest people you will ever meet. He is such a friendly, helpful person. Now, the video that we did when we were down in Cornwall, wait a minute. I've sent these codes to people. It's not even the right thing, I don't think, that I've sent to them. I think, is there a bit that I've got to scratch off? I've just thought about it. Yeah, I've sent them like a barcode. I'll send it properly in a minute. Oh yeah, it says it on here. I'm supposed to do it, peel it off, and I haven't even peeled it off. Yeah, when we went down to Cornwall and we were, like, he was in the video and stuff, and I surprised Andy by meeting him. We spent the whole day, when I was supposed to be filming what we got up to, we didn't film. And the reason we didn't film is because he sat for hours, one, buying us lots of drinks, because he's a legend. I kept trying to buy him drinks and he wouldn't let me. So we bought each other drinks. But then he paid for us to go for an Indian takeaway, wouldn't let us pay anything. He properly looked after us, and he gave me a lot of advice. I mean, a lot of advice that's helped me on YouTube, helped me grow the channel. And you know what? There we go, that's what I should have done to start with. Absolute legend of a guy. Really, really, really is a legend. So if you're not subscribed to Casper Sight, please do, because he definitely is a top guy. Matt's breaking the record for most lives done in one day. Yeah, he spent, I think, about 100 quid on us just for an Indian takeaway, let alone drinks and stuff. Absolute. I've never been down for like getting people to buy stuff for us. I like to look after other people, not the other way around. but he's just such a good guy. Really, really good guy. Didn't realise you were right near Cannock Chase. Know it well. Yeah, I think, is it not classed as part of, I don't know much about Cannock Chase, but I did see the sign for it, to be fair. Right, the people that won the Amazon gift cards, I am going to resend the correct code to you now, so just bear with me 2 seconds, because I will forget to do it tomorrow otherwise. Let me just find the right people. Where are you? You're there. Send you that one. And then I'll send the other person their code. 1 second. Oh, an update on Rod. He's just rung me and told me he nearly pulled off the motorway to go get crumpets. Oh my God. That's so funny. He literally has gone to almost go and get crumpets to take to Sheffield. That is so funny. That is so funny. That is brilliant. Right, let me just find, there we go. I'll send you the right one. There's your code. Almost as well, I don't know if you noticed, I almost showed Ben's number. I was turning the phone and I got to about there and I thought, oh my God, and turned it back again. Thank God I didn't do that. That would have been awful, giving out Ben's number. But no, I didn't, so we're all good. What else was there? Oh, it's gone a bit windy outside now. Really weird noises, to be fair. Right, what we're going to talk about now. God, it's 25 to midnight now. That's come round quick all of a sudden. I've lost YouTube though now. Where are we? Let's see what other people say. Oh, 1 second. Gifted 10 Findersbeepers History Seekers memberships. Thank you so much, Reek and Havoc. That really means a lot to see all these new members on here as well. Thank you so much, and everybody that's been gifted one, please say thank you. What a lovely person for doing that. Yeah, it's nearly midnight. Ooh, look, if I stick this on my head, I can be like an autumn ghost. Ooh, very convincing. Let's have a look. Yeah, I love, do you know what? I love to see that. I love to see people gifting memberships because I just think it's so nice to help somebody else out. I really, really do. Storm coming. Yeah, somebody told me that. Somebody said that it was going to be a big storm tonight. I hope there's going to be like thunder and lightning. That would be so cool in this place with it all going on round me. That'd be brilliant. I would think it would be so good. Right, let's see. Yeah, all the new members as well. Keep an eye out over the next couple of days for your code to get onto the Nuns Graveyard. Now the Nuns Graveyard, if you don't know, is on our website, which is findersbeepers.co.uk, and then you go down the side and you find the bit where it says Nuns Graveyard, and you'll get a code. Sorry, I just need to scratch my bollocks. There's a place to put in the code, and then you'll get access to videos and things like that that you don't normally get. So, Thunderscape, do you need it? Nicole. Nicole, do you need a Thunder Buddy? I feel like you need a Thunder Buddy. I don't know why I'm sat here with this over my head, by the way. I think Nicole needs a Thunder Buddy to come and look after her, definitely. I do love thunder and lightning, I really do. I think it's brilliant. What, you're telling me off, Edith, for scratching my balls? If they're itchy, they're itchy. What am I supposed to do? Like, I'm sat here, I've been sat straddling this chair and with itchy balls. What do you want me to do? Oh, I'm glad you had that profile picture there, Nicole, because now I know who you are. Let's have a look. Speaking of memberships, I can't for the life of me find the password after June. No, I think they do expire, some of them, so that could be why. However, I will make sure that it's on there for this month. It is always on there because Sue put some on there for me. Sue got, I think there was 1 month where it was really late because Sue got married. But other than that, they're always on there. Women never scratch their beavers. Yeah, but yours aren't external. Yours aren't like normally mine would hang like this. And then when you sit on a chair, they're like all scrunched up like this. They go from being all nice and happy to being like this. Like when you're sat on a chair, it's just, unless you've got some weird danglies going on. So I'm just looking myself back going like this. Oh my lord. Let's have a look. Thick fog in Hull. Oh, I do like a bit of fog. The other morning when I got up, there was mist over the fields, and then like the sun was shining across it, and it just looked so cool. And if I'd not been on my way to take Freddie to school, I would have stopped and taken some photographs, but it looked so good. It really, really did. I definitely look like some sort of half-arsed ghost now with this song going, woo! Let's have a look what else we got. Flaps down. Oh my god. We need to get the people back up in here. We've only got 183 and we had 400 before it all fecked up. Let's have a look, what else? Right. Do we want to go? I sort of want to tell you another story. I'm not sure which one to tell you. I'm not sure. I'm saying which one to tell you. I'm making it up off the top of my head. I need to know. I need a bit of help. Did you enjoy the first story? Was it shite? Did I do a bad job? Was it terrible or was it good? Because I felt like it was alright because I was in the moment and I was enjoying telling you. But I feel like if I tell you another story, it's gonna be the same story, just a different setting. So I don't know if it was any good. I really enjoyed it, that's good. I didn't hear it, I was working. You can watch it back, but it's on a different live to this one. Parked up, I like the story. I didn't hear it, I was working. Right, it was a fantastic story. Right, let me think. Let me do a story for you again. I need a drink though, because my voice, I affect my voice up. Right, let me think of somewhere. Would you like it to be based around me again? I know I'm being like proper narcissistic, basing it around me, but if it's my experiences anyway, I feel like I could tell you a better story. But do you want a twist on it? What could be? I can't even think what the twist could be. What could it be? What could it be? What could it be? Don't know. Matt's Itchy Balls has me thinking of awesome Manscaped advert. It was a good advert, to be fair. Oh, I've got another sponsorship deal, another brand deal for next year. 3 of them for next year. That's going to really help out. But I can't tell you who. Let me think. I'm not really getting any ideas. Can't think. You've got a fairy light for your blanket. A fairy light? What do you mean? What story could I tell you? Katie and Amy were 2 sisters, and Katie and Amy had grown up in an area where everybody knows everybody. Everybody looked out for everybody and everybody made sure that everyone was fine. They got a good set of parents that weren't together anymore, but they always made sure they looked after their kids. They just had a younger brother who'd been born called Freddie, And they were excited. They were both, Katie was about to leave junior school and move up into secondary school, and she felt quite grown up. And they liked going on adventures, and they were scared that because Freddie was around now, they wouldn't be allowed to go out and about as much as they had been able to previously. They'd have to stay home and keep him entertained. So they wanted to go on one last adventure before things changed. So one day, at a weekend, leading up to Halloween, they decided that they'd go out and go somewhere they'd never been before. Now, not far from where they lived, there was a massive farmhouse. And the farmhouse was known for the old farmer that lived there, but nobody had seen him for years. He must be well into his 80s or 90s by now. And he lived with his wife, but once again, nobody had seen him for years. Deliveries used to go up to the farmhouse, and that was the only time anybody would come in contact with them. However, they were always from out of the area, always from further away, so none of the locals got to see them. So Katie and Amy thought, one last adventure, one last explore out into the places they weren't supposed to go. Katie and Amy's dad was a YouTuber who went around abandoned buildings, and although they made out like his stories weren't that interesting and their dad was a little bit boring and embarrassing, they kind of liked the sort of thing that he did. And they wanted to do it, but they would never admit that to their dad. So they decided to go under the cover of darkness while mum and dad were asleep. Freddie was tucked up in bed and nobody would notice. Katie decided to climb out of the bedroom window and go and unlock the back door from the outside with the key that she'd been given. Because she was about to go up to secondary school, she'd been given a key. Amy daren't climb out of the window. She was absolutely petrified of heights. So she decided to go down to the door and let Katie let her out. They sneaked out. They'd taken one of their dad's torches, a rucksack with a couple of sandwiches in it, and also some coats and stuff to keep them warm, some gloves. Now they walked down the bridle path that ran past the old Middlewood Hall. Now Middlewood Hall had been around for years and years, and now it'd been turned into flats. But there was still stories of a white lady that walked the halls of Middlewood Hall. But luckily on this occasion, they weren't visiting the hall. They were walking straight down the bridle path next to it. They still felt the chill looking over and seeing the grand building in the grounds where the once Masonic lord used to rule the land round about. Their dad had been out metal detecting on his land and found his medals and passed them back on to a family member. And the feeling of knowing that he touched those medals just creeped them out just a little bit, walking down the lane. As they reached the bottom, they got to the river and walked along its edge until they could see the farmhouse that used to service the hall all those years ago. Built in the 1700s with little tiny windows at the top and bigger windows down towards the bottom. They creeped round the hedges, ducked down behind a wall and hopped over. Now it was round about 11 o'clock at night and there were no lights on in the house at all. So the girls thought there's no chance they're up and awake, and if they are, then they wouldn't hear them because they're so old. They must be deaf, and they wouldn't. Amy grabbed hold of Katie's hand and held it tight. She was younger by a couple of years, but she always wanted to be the brave one. She always wanted to be the one that took the lead, but Katie, being that little bit older, always did that. Secretly, she was absolutely petrified. Katie was petrified just as much as Amy, but together they were unstoppable. They'd been through so much together and seen so much together that each other's presence just helped bring them together and give them that strength. Finally, they reached the steps down to the cellar, and they hoped and prayed that the door at the bottom of there was open. They walked down, making sure not to slip on the wet leaves of autumn. Reaching the bottom, they grabbed the handle and turned it. With a little bit of resistance, a bit of the shoulder, Katie pushed. Pushed the door open. The creak. Something behind the door stopped it opening more than this much. They squeezed their way through. Katie was only 11 and Amy was 9. So they were only really small, and they managed to squeeze their way in. The door just would not move. So once they got in there, they didn't want to turn the torch on straight away. So they felt the way around the edges of the wall. Water dripping down. Slimy, mouldy walls. But rather than wake anybody up with the torch, they wanted to check out who was upstairs first. So they made their way around until they came to the stone steps leading up into the main farmhouse. Now the farmhouse wasn't just any regular farmhouse. It wasn't just 4 or 5 rooms on each level. It was almost as big as Middlewood Hall itself. It used to service the whole of the area, including the hall. It used to have different animals, pigs, cows, sheep, but now it was left empty, only filled with the 2 of the elderly couple, the old farmer and his wife. As they made their way up the stairs, they reached another door. Slowly, they opened it. The floors creaked underneath their feet as they walked along the corridor. No lights shone, apart from the moon coming through the window. They slowly made their way to the bottom of the stairs. Amy turned to Katie and whispered, "What if they're asleep upstairs? Should we go up? Or should we just carry on looking down here? I'm scared, Katie. Really scared. Don't want to get caught. Freaks me out. Thinking that they're upstairs asleep." But Katie knew what she wanted to do. She knew why she was there, and she'd not let on to Amy why. A story had been going round at school that the farmer and his wife had a child, and they'd locked it in the attic, and it had lived there all its life. Grown up, was no longer a child, but a freak, a strange, deformed child that nobody could see, hiding away in the attic from the world. The farmer and his wife didn't want anyone to see this monstrosity, so they'd kept it locked in the attic, and Katie was desperate to see if the story was true. So they made their way up the first set of stairs. First of all, Amy hesitated at the bottom and wouldn't move, but when she realised she'd be left alone, all alone, downstairs, she quickly followed her sister up. Now, as as they reached the first floor, they could hear the slow breathing of somebody asleep. Sent a shiver down both the girls' spine, and everything in their body was screaming at them to leave now. But Katie had got something in her, something just like her dad, that needed to know what was in that attic. Now they knew there was another floor above, and then finally the attic above that, but they didn't know how to get up the next set of stairs. So they creeped along the corridor, past where the breathing was coming from, step by step, step by step. Somebody turned over in the bed, letting out a sharp grunt. The girl stopped, dead still. Not breathing, not moving, hardly daring to blink, waiting for the breath to go back to how it was before. And on they went, past the bedroom and on to the next set of stairs. As they made their way up the stairs, they came to the top step. Once again they heard the but they realised the sound wasn't coming from the bedroom they just walked past. It was coming from above them. They didn't know what to do. Stuck now between the bedroom and the attic. There was no escape. If anyone came, there was nowhere to go. They made their way along the corridor above the bedroom where they could hear someone sleeping, along past the bathroom with a massive roll-top bath, and then past a child's bedroom full of toys, all baby toys, ready for a newborn. But the bedroom had never been used. A thick dust lay across the top of the toys and the cot, and they made their way towards the stairs at the end of the corridor. Amy turned to Katie and said, "Do we really need to do this? Can we not go home? I'm scared, Katie." Katie turned and said, "Don't worry, I'll look after you. Promise you, I'll look after you." So on they went to the stairs, up one, up two, up three, and then a creak on the floorboard above. Then once again they came to a standstill, not sure what to do next. They opened the door. There looking at them was the most grotesque, awful looking man, sat cross-legged, just wearing a nightshirt down to his knees, staring at them. "I know your name," he said. "I've been waiting for you to come. I knew you were coming tonight, Katie." Katie didn't know what to do. She panicked. She ran. She grabbed Amy's hand on the way past and they ran down the stairs, down each step, bang, 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 down the stairs. And then they heard it. What are you doing in my house? What are you doing in my house? It was the farmer's wife, stood in the corridor blocking their way. The grotesque figure of the man in the nightshirt had started to make his way down the stairs behind them, and they were stuck between the old lady with her face with boils and creases and old liver spots all over her face. What are you doing in my house? You need to leave now. What have you done? Why have you released him from his room? Why have you let him go? And the voice of the man behind them, Mother, 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 why have you locked me in there so long, Mother? The old lady backed away. Norman, Norman, no, you need to stay in there. Mother, I don't know what you've done, but where's my father? He loved me, he cared for me. He was the only one that looked after me, Mother. Katie and Amy were so scared. They didn't know what to do, so they ran towards the old lady. And Katie, with all the force she could come up with, used her shoulder to bash into her and knock her to one side. The old lady fell to her knees, and the man laughed hysterically. You see, Mother, I knew they'd come. I knew they'd come for you. I knew they'd release me from these chains, from these doors, from these walls you kept me in all this time. Oh, Mother, it's time for me to get out of here. It's time for me to be released. And Katie and Amy ran, and they turned the torch on now, and they got down the stairs, and they headed for the cellar. And when they got there, they realised the thing that had been blocking the door was the farmer. Half of his face removed. Blood thick all over his body. And they could hear them, the screams from upstairs. As he finally got his revenge, as the son finally got hold of his mother for keeping him locked there all these years. And the girls ran, and they ran, and they ran, and they never told anyone of the story of what happened in that farmhouse. And that's the end of the story. I don't know what else to say. I'm sorry, I don't know if that was any good. I'm trying for you. I don't know if that was any good. No, let's see what people have said. Oh my God. I'm sorry, I'm not used to doing this. And like I said, I was going to read you some ghost stories, some like proper ghost stories. But I'm sure what's in my head is a lot scarier than what's written down. So, did Norman eat the old woman? I don't know. I didn't know what was happening until I got there myself. Like, literally, I didn't know what was happening with that story. It changed in my head about 22 times. So I'm glad you enjoyed it though. Right, let's have a look. One sec. Not a natural storyteller, just funny wobbling around, going, ooh. And Norman, no, I don't know where Norman came from either. What a name. Why am I still looking like Mother Teresa? I need to know. Oh God, Edith's been having a moment. Oh God, I don't even want to know. What's Edith been having a moment about? Oh, I am dreading to think who is in this chat. I've got a horrible feeling there's a certain person in this chat that I'm going to be very embarrassed to talk to tomorrow. Oh yes. I was just about to comment on the noises he was making. Yes. I am going to get so much piss took out of me for this. Hey, Kyra, you've missed it. You've missed a really great storytelling session. I was getting into it, to be fair, because when I can't see your comments, I can visualise what's going on, but I just feel like in my head the story's better because I can see where he is, and I'm probably not as descriptive as I should be. But I didn't want it to go on forever and ever. One sec. Sorry, been busy growing a human. Well, was it in the attic? Have you been growing this human in the attic? I've just been telling him a story about the farm near where you live. So, but I literally bought this earlier on because I thought I'm going to be cold. I don't even know what it's for. I think it's supposed to go on the end of your bed. So, 1 second. But it's never over. It returns in part 2. 1 second. I think the first story was better. I definitely think the first story was better. But anyway, let's see. What time are we on? Midnight. I need a wee. But if I go for a wee, we've got problems. The breathing sounds like asthma. Oh God, is it this dodgy person that's been following us round? You want a refund? Oh my God, it must have been bad. Oh God, 8 days to the newest beeper fan makes an appearance. That's mad. As if you've only got 8 days left. Can everybody say congratulations to Kyra and good luck for fitting a watermelon out of a faff in like 8 days' time? 1 second. You can do audiobooks, great voice. You know what? I think if oh God, what are you agreeing with? Matt has just got a sexy voice. Oh, don't start with this, and especially not you. I don't know why people say that. I think I've got quite a common voice. I don't know. I get a bit raspy sometimes. What's with all the hand actions tonight? I don't really know what's going on. But yeah, everybody needs to say congratulations to Kyra. Kyra, I've known for years. Kyra, the first thing I ever said to Kyra was that she wasn't allowed to wear a hoodie at work because I used to work with her, and it was a hell on earth hoodie, and I went and told her off for wearing it. So she was like, who is this mad person telling me that I can't wear a hell on earth hoodie? 1 second, let's have a look. Just had a week, I had 3 during the last story. Oh, brill. 1 second. See if I can catch up on some of this stuff. I feel like I've missed loads of your comments. I really want to go and walk round with you, but I know that we're going to lose signal again. And if we lose signal again, I'm going to have to start another live again. If I have to start another live again, it's just a right pain. We were on like 400 people, 500 people earlier on, and now we're on 170. And that. Let's see what else anybody else is saying. 1 sec. Just sending a quick photo to someone. I can't actually get a good photo, but there you go. Just sent that to somebody in chat. Let's have a look. Everyone's gone to bed. Yeah, but Americans should be here now. Australians surely will be getting up soon. It's not like when I did the live last time or up till 3 o'clock in the morning. We had 1,000 people in chat there. So, but it's all charming. Did you just blow a... Right, Debs, do you want to... Let's send you one as well. Let's send you a picture. Only certain people get photos from me. Ooh, that's an interesting conversation. Let's send a photo to Deborah. There we go. Oh, I can't get a good angle. There you go, Debs. You can have a photo as well. Oh, see everybody. Oh, is Lisa off to bed? Got to go. Night, everybody. Oh, does your shift start soon on that corner, Lisa, or is it on the town hall steps? So horrible to some people on here. Let's have a look. I can confirm Matt's terrifying in person. I'm not terrifying at all. I think you're more scary than me. So, oh, I've just got some love hearts from Deborah. 1 second, let's see. Oh, Edith, do you want a photo sending through as well? I feel like I've got to, actually I don't know where I normally message you. Where do I normally message you? Edith. May as well send some pictures out to people while I can. Edith. There we go. One for you as well. Don't know why I'm sending photos to people halfway through a live stream. What a weirdo I am. What a proper weirdo. There we go. Right, let's have a look. Matt, I have surgery week tomorrow. Wish me luck. Oh, I have surgery. Oh, surgery a week tomorrow. I thought you got like a week of surgery, like you were like opening people up and sewing them back together for a week or something. Must get some sleep. Love your channel. I tell everyone about you. Oh, thank you. Just tell them to subscribe as well. Don't just tell them about me. Tell them to subscribe. Oh God, I've got loads of people asking. Lisa, can you? Oh God, Lisa, you can have a photo as well. Let's send a photo to Lisa. Lisa, where are you? Oh, there you are with your bleeding hair. Let's turn you around. Try to turn it around on this one. There we go. It's the same photo every time. I may as well just take one photo and just send it to everybody. Right. I am Edith. I am weird. I am a very weird person. You should know this by now. You know me well enough. Right. Right. Night, Lisa. Have a good night. Doing your job. Scruffy head. Well, that's not very nice, Deborah. Telling me I've got a scruffy head. Right. Oh, am I frozen? But you can still hear me. Let's have a look. Let's see what's going off and what's going wrong. Oh. Oh, that's why. I'm back again. It's because I need to plug this battery pack back in again. Just give me a second. It hasn't frozen now, I don't think. I just don't think you can see me because I'm behind the camera. So just bear with me a second. Oh God. Come on, you stupid wire. There we go. That's better. That should be back on and working again now. Yeah, all good, back again. There we go. It was because I'm on 20% battery life and I'd unplugged it from that charger because my legs are getting cold now. I'd unplugged it from the battery charger. So when it comes up with the 20% battery life on my screen, it makes it pause. So it's quite annoying really. But as long as we're back on, we're all good. So let me have a look, give a few more people shout outs for being in the competition because I've seen quite a few more come through. So I will have a look and see who else has entered while I've not been looking. Just needs a second to update. There we go. So if you do want to enter the competition to win the signed shoes, a video shout out, or the picture which is down there, which I'll show you if you've not already seen it. I'll show you again in a minute. Rachel Swarbrick, Joanne Foxton, Sarah Kellett, Chantel Jobson, who's giving that to Lisa Horton, Deanna Denbrow, Elizabeth Wheeler, Edith Manders, Louise Owen, Watermelon Martial Arts. That sounds interesting. Oh, it doesn't say watermelon. Watermelon Martial Arts. Sounds quite interesting. Who else have I not mentioned? April Wilcox, Claire Palmer, Gina Andrews, Pauline McDivitt, There's quite a few people that have entered a couple of times as well. You can do it all in one go. You don't need to send like £2, £2, £2. You can do it all in one go if you want, like certain people do. But yeah, there's some people that have got loads and loads of entries in. Some people that have got like £2. Doesn't matter. As long as you're in there, you've got a chance of winning it. And literally, it will be probably somebody that's had one go that will win it, because that's usually how these things work. So, alright, let's have a look. Matt, you need long johns. Long johns? Why would I need long johns? I don't wear underwear, so why would I wear long johns? What was it somebody was telling me to wear? Somebody said that they were going to make me a pair of knitted pants the other day. I can't think of anything worse. Who would want woolen, itchy pants round your testicles? I don't think you would. I can't think of anything worse. Excuse me while I throw up my cat's ass smell. What? Let's have a look. He doesn't even wear pants. No, this is true. Let me tell you. Oh God. What's Casper Site saying? He sent me. Oh my God. Just a minute. He's just sent me something quite funny. Right. Just need to do something for him. Just give me 2 seconds, and once I've done that, then I will talk to you again. There we go. That one. Delete. Delete. Right. Thank God for that. Right. There we go. Sorted. Whoops. Anyway. Right. Let's crack on back with this. Deleted. Do me a favour and just check for me. Sorted. Whoops. Anyway, let's crack back. Let's crack back on with this. What else do you want? What other stories do you want me to tell you? Underpants are way overrated. I definitely prefer it when women don't wear knickers. Like, they can wear them day to day. Just when they're with me, they don't have to wear them. 1 second. What? Dude, I don't know what anyone's talking about. My cat stuck her ass in my face and I'm still heaving. Please carry on. What are you talking about? Why is a cat sticking the... I feel like there's some... Oh, that's weird, because I was thinking about that torch. I'm just going to change torches again. We're using the little mini one now. See how good this one is. I have got one in front of me here as well. Let's have a look. God, that's blinded me now, because I've just looked straight at that. Knitted pants. Yes, I did say knitted pants. I don't know why anybody would want to give me that. Right, ask me some questions. I want some questions. Let's get into something juicy. Tell me something. Ask me something that you wouldn't normally ask me. If you really want to know something about me that you don't know, ask me, and I'll probably tell you, depending what it is. Try not to involve other people. Like, don't be asking about me mum and stuff like that. Ask something about me that you want to know, and don't just ask what is my favourite explore or something. Just give me something good. Oh my God, when did I lose my virginity? That's a question and a half, innit? So, I want people to guess what age they think I was when I lost my virginity. I would like to know what your perception of me as a person is. When do you think I lost my virginity? I would like to know what you think. 17, 15, 15, I love Bear, 21. Fucking hell, 21. 14, somebody's got it right. Somebody's got it right. Yeah, somebody's got it right. 5. Yes, my Uncle Jim. I lost my virginity to my Uncle Jim, age 5. 13, 14, 40. Right, I've got an 18-year-old daughter, so if I were 40, look, at the end of the day, it is personal. I know it's a personal question, but does it really matter? Does it hurt anything? So I've seen 2 or 3 people get it right. So I was 19. I was actually 19. And the reason for that was the girl that I went out with, I mentioned her earlier on, I think I did. I went out with a girl all the way through school, from year 7 right through to year 11, but her family was massively churchy, and we really liked each other and never really got into anything like that, so that's why. But I will also tell you where I lost it, and that was in the back of my VW camper van, my 1974 bay window camper van. I hope my bloody dad's not watching this. Anyway, because I'm a good boy. See, a lot of people think that I might be promiscuous and a naughty boy, but actually, I'm a very good boy. I'm a very loyal good boy. So, if you're in a relationship with me, I will look after you. Look after you. You know what I mean? Oh my God, 19, I had 2 children. No, it was circumstance more than anything. Anyway, next question. I feel like we've talked about that too much. Next question. Let's have a look. What is my biggest regret? Don't say, oh my God. Right. You need to go away. I can't believe my dad. That is the most important. What's my biggest regret? Talking about that on live a minute ago because my father is in chat. Go away, Dad. That is disgusting. What an awful thing. Oh. Actually, I'm not naughty. You can't say I'm naughty. I'm a good boy. Did you see, talking about, I was talking about dads. Did you see the thing about the hen and the stag do in Amsterdam the other day that was in all over everything? Oh my God, it is the most horrendous story I've ever heard. Did anybody see, I'm just trying to change the subject here, but did anybody see the story about what happened with this hen and this stag do? It was horrendous. Right. If my father's carrying on talking, I am going to block him from the chat. I don't care. I am going to block him. But yeah, so anyway, these 2 people were getting married. They both went off on a hen do and a stag do, but they both booked to go to Amsterdam. They didn't realise that they both booked to go to Amsterdam. So anyway, both parties went off, and then this girl who was a friend of the bride got really drunk, and she was like, right, I'm going to go to one of these places where, I think she was a relative of the bride in fact, where they have these glory holes, so she could have a bit of a suck on whatever. But because it's Amsterdam, you get the choice of pressing a button and seeing who it is through this frosted glass. And she pressed the button, and it was her dad. Her dad had also gone to this same place and decided he was going to do that. Imagine that. That is the worst thing ever. It is so bad. Yeah, so bad. Right. Oh no. Yeah, but that's not the same. That's different. I can't talk about that. I'm not talking about that. I can't talk about anything to do with anything like that anymore because my dad's here. So, what else can we talk about? Ask me some other questions, something you don't know about me that is non-sexually related, because I am not talking about it anymore because my father is here. It was a fake story apparently, was it? Even, it's just awful regardless. 1 second, let's have a look. Oh, what were we going to say? Nisha, Ben, Caspersite was asking about you, saying, what is that name? What is this person's name? Nayoshi? Yeah, and I educated him, and he said that's definitely not Nisha. It's not Knee. Matt, are you ever worried about your farts and have you, if you follow through? I once did. Not exploring a long time ago. Obviously, well, I don't know if you know. Oh God, I have to get out the old famous photos now, as I do all the time whenever I'm talking about things like this. So, if you didn't know, for some bizarre reason, back in the day, I was very thin and I was a runner. I used to run 800 metres and I did a road race series, a Nike road race series, and I won every single one of the races. But one of them, it was the finish, like there was about, I don't know, 200, 300 metres left of this race. I think there were 5 kilometres each one of them, and there were a couple of hundred metres left. And the lad called Philip Warburton, I think he was called, who had been really close to me on all the races, was really close. And I was desperate for the toilet, but I had to push myself, and I proper pooed myself in my pants. Well, not in my pants, in my shorts. So I had massive big turd in my shorts, but luckily I'd finished, so I could go and sort it out. One sec. Do I sniff my fingers after scratching my bum? No, I don't. I lick them. I'm joking. 1 second. No, the Wilkes woman, that's me. I'm the elephant in the room. That's because I'm so fat. What else do we do? Did you Photoshop what photo? Which photo? I don't know which photo you're on about. Matt, why couldn't you do the Olympics if you beat? Because I broke my back. Like I've massively damaged. Why do you think I'm still having problems with my back now? I really damaged my back. I had to quit athletics altogether. I couldn't do it anymore. I really was doing well at that point as well. But let's have a look. Let's see. Let's have a look. Have you ever taken something from an Explorer? Once, and that was in Germany. I went to an abandoned underground bunker that hadn't been seen. You know that video should have got so many more views. It was in the national newspapers. Loads of people saw it, but I took a certain person with me, and because Andy couldn't go, I can't even remember why Andy couldn't go. He had to cancel. Oh, it's when his missus wasn't very well. And I got someone else to come with me. I paid for their ticket, I flew them out to Germany with me because I knew it was a bit of a risky explore. We climbed over the fence, security didn't see us, climbed down under these bunkers, and there was a key from like a lock-up, like some cabinet or something. I just took a key, it was a tiny little key, and basically they were going to flatten all this stuff anyway and put buildings back on top of it, so it would have been lost anyway. But then we got back, and this other guy that I went with sold the story to the newspapers, and he got loads of views and he got loads of subscribers, and I didn't get anything from it, and I was gutted because it was my trip and I'd set it up, but it didn't matter. Like at the end of the day, it didn't matter. But the place itself was amazing. Hitler had been down there. It was basically under factories before, and they'd been banned from making weapons just before the Second World War. They'd been told they weren't allowed to make any weapons, especially not near the border, and this was literally on the border underneath a load of factories. And the reason they put them under the factories was because the banging noise in the factory, they couldn't hear them testing the weapons, and they were testing those massive pieces of metal that were like this thick with huge shot holes through the middle of it. It was so good, and it should have done so much better, that video, and it didn't, and I was gutted. Let's have a look. 1 second. I can't believe I've just done that. Right. Um, it is. Don't get me wrong. It is bad that we didn't get the recognition, but it doesn't matter really. I'm still in the like, and I wouldn't wish anything bad against the person that told the story because actually he was a really nice guy, and he's stepped back from YouTube now. He doesn't do it anymore. But I I'd I'd worked really hard to find that place, so I was gutted for that reason. But I would never want to take away from somebody else. Like if he hadn't have done that, I wouldn't have had the contacts at the newspapers I've got now. So in a roundabout way, it helped us. So it is what it is. It's one of those things. I just fancy some sugar puffs. I could eat some sugar puffs, but when I was at college, a long time ago, while we were in college, some people came up to us and said, "Oh, we'll give you a £5 if you come to this hall just down the road and eat some sugar puffs." And we're like, all right. It was like one of these taste test things that you couldn't see what brand it was. We went through, and no word of a lie, we must have eaten 40 bowls of sugar puffs. All these different sorts of sugar puffs, different brands and all sorts. They were like shop-owned ones and things like that. And on the way back, we all went for a piss. And every single one of us' piss smelled like sugar puffs. It had gone straight through us. And the smell was so strong in those toilets. That's just what sugar puffs make me think of every single time. What are 2 things on your bucket list? Oh God. One has got, I was talking about this earlier on with somebody. Going to Singapore and seeing my granddad's brother's grave. That is definitely, it's something that I'm going to be talking about again very soon, trying to raise the money for that. I'm hoping to maybe use some money from a brand deal towards that as well. Obviously we've had some amazing support from you guys, but it means a lot. And the only thing is, and I don't want to get emotional about this because I know I'm going to get emotional about it, I obviously won't be going with Andy now, and there's probably nobody else that will go with me. So it is. I think it's going to be hard. I do think it's going to be hard. So I don't know. I really don't know. But yeah, that's definitely one. I can't think of something else really. I've never really had a proper bucket list. It's always just been, I just want to do everything and try everything and see everything. It's not one specific thing, so possibly. Let's have a look. I'll go with you. I knew you would, Edith. You'll always look after me. Let's have a look. Hi Matt. Police stabbing in Birmingham city centre? Or does that just say police knife in Birmingham city centre? I hope there aren't been a police stabbing. 1 second. What's the scariest place you've had a poo? What a random question. Right, Ireland. So not this Sunday's video coming up, the Sunday after. I woke up somewhere and I wasn't aiming for anywhere in particular. I just found a lay-by and pulled in it on a little quiet road. And when I woke up the next morning, I actually realised I was bang next door to an amazing place with an amazing explore, and you're going to see it in a couple of weeks' time. But I also found out that I was desperate for a poo and I could not stop it coming out. So it was a case of either having one there and then in the middle of the road. Like there was walls on both sides that I couldn't get over, and it was like you either do it here or you do it in your shorts. So I literally whipped them down. Everyone could see everything. There was nobody about, luckily, but I had a big fat poo, steaming poo, right in the middle of the road, and it could have been horrendous. But night, Anne. See you later. Let's have a look. Let's see what happened. Yeah, it was so bad. I felt really bad, and then I had to run away. And there'd been women running past, going out for morning runs. It was a very nice, well-to-do area as well. I feel a bit bad, really. One sec. There, the thing is, I didn't even have chance. I walked because I'd seen these buildings I wanted to go to. And I thought, right, I'm going to go to the toilet in there. I took the baby wipes with me. Thank God, I've got a pack of baby wipes with me, which is always a good thing to have as an explorer. So I walked down, ready to go and jump over the wall to go in these buildings and go there, but it was coming, whether I liked it or not, and I thought, right, I can't get over the wall, I can't get back to the car, I've got to do it here. So it is what it is. This is the thing, when you're out exploring and you're like driving for days and stuff, and you're in the middle of nowhere, there's nothing you can do about it. It is what it is. One sec. Yeah, there was no trees either, there was nothing, there was no way of hiding. I just had to do it there and then. Asked Ben to go with you to Singapore. The thing is, I sort of need somebody that, like Ben's lovely. You know, I really like Ben. I really, really like Ben a lot. And I like a lot of other people. Like, I like Ghost Theory. I like lots of other people. But I'm going to be emotional. I am going to cry. I'm not just going to... I'm going to get upset, like I'm getting upset now. So I don't want to. I need to be around someone that is more than just another YouTuber. It needs to be someone that is going to be there for me, because I know that I'm going to be a mess, and like I already am now. Don't get me into this. God, everyone's going to think there's something wrong with me because I even cried in this week's video. So anyway. Started me off now. 1 second. 1 second, let's see what else. No, I'm too emotional. I shouldn't be this emotional. It's not normal. Have I ever been arrested? Yeah, we get arrested all the time. When we go exploring, we get arrested and then de-arrested. It happens all the time. The amount of times we get arrested is crazy, to be fair, but it is what it is. It comes with the territory. So yeah, but it's not too bad, I suppose. 1 second. Hi Matt, Lewis Clark is Birmingham. What? Lewis Clark is the whole of Birmingham? The smell is still there, Matt. I should know, I'm from Ireland. It probably does. It was huge as well. It was huge. I feel like we shouldn't be talking about this. What else? I feel like, give me some more questions. I want some more questions. There's been some weird ones, but no, I know what you're saying. I know, like, there is nothing wrong. I'm very much an advocate for people showing their emotions and being fine with being emotional, but you'll see why on Sunday why I'm not wanting to get emotional now. Because I feel like I've been emotional a lot recently, and I'm putting out another video that is quite, you'll be like, are you okay? Is everything alright? And I'm fine. But I think with things adding all together, it just seems like there's something gone wrong in my head at the moment. So there's that video that I'm going to be putting out. Sunday's video, I literally cry in somebody's house. There's something not quite right there. I just need a hug, I think. 1 sec. I don't know what you're saying. Jenny Lewis Clark is Birmingham. Why are you just... I don't understand what you're saying. Who was your favourite teacher and why? It's hard this, because I did like a lot of my teachers. I think probably the teacher that saved my life was my favourite. There was another teacher that did something for me, but we'll not talk about her. But there was a teacher that saved my life, Mrs. Rogers. She was brilliant. Mr. Cousins and Mrs. Rogers were probably my favourite two teachers, and they were my PE teachers. I've still got Mr. Cousins on my Facebook. He's a top lad, and he's potentially going to be in a video for the second channel sometime soon. However, Mrs. Rogers, now, I don't know if you're able to see in this light, but I've got a big scar from there right round to here. Now, I did that on the school bus. they were being noisy upstairs. They were banging on the floor or something like that, and I was, how do we put this without me sounding like an absolute tit? I was like the hardest in the school. I was like the don't mess about with kind of guy. And I was like, right, shut up, making that noise. I was sat directly below at the back of the bus downstairs, and I went like that to bang the roof to tell him to shut up, and it broke and it sliced straight into my hand. It cut all the way through, so like this whole chunk of meat was hanging off. It was like hanging down to one side. And I went up to the bus driver and went, look, I've done this, and blood just went straight up his face. I lost 2.5 pints of blood. I had to have microplastic surgery on it. It still doesn't work fully now. I got some rotation with it, but not properly. But she was basically the one that stopped me passing out. She was the one, like, I got off the school bus and she came straight to me and sorted me out. She was only a little lady, and she was lovely. She was so nice. She was making me laugh and keeping me like focused and stuff like that. She was so good, really, really good. One sec. Yes, we'll not talk about the other teacher. The other teacher story is not for this live. If my dad's in here and other people are in here. I am confused what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying to me. Who's not dead? Who's not dead? No, Andy's not dead. One sec, how are you looking good tonight? Back playing too. You know what? It's actually, I don't know whether I'm focusing on you or whatever. I don't know what it is, but it's feeling alright. It is a bit achy, but it's not feeling that bad. I've had tablets and I never have tablets for anything, and I've had a couple of tablets, so maybe that's the reason, I'm not sure. Let's have a look. Do I speak any other languages? Not really. Like, I know enough of a couple of languages to get myself through. Like when I'm in places, I'm better at reading things in other languages than I am speaking it, and I don't always understand it when people are talking to me. Very, very bad at that, to be fair. I think the only thing that ever stuck with me, I was talking to an Italian girl when I was younger, and it was something like "Mi amore tuo splendido viso e culo," which means "I love your beautiful face and arse." I'm sure that's what that means. But anyway, let's have a look. What else? What is happening here? Is who finished? I don't understand. Police. What is everybody on about? Police in Birmingham. I keep seeing loads and loads of things about police offer City Hospital Birmingham, and then something else about Lewis in Birmingham exploring. Oh, Lewis Clark's in what? I don't know what you're saying. I really don't understand you. You have a good knowledge of antiques and pottery. Yeah, I did used to sell it. It wasn't really I did it as a bit of a side thing. I had anyone that's from round near me. There's a place called Elsica Heritage Centre. I used to sell things in there. I used to do a lot of buying at car boot sales and at charity shops and selling them on. Nothing of great value. It was all like collectible-y type pottery and things like that. I wouldn't say I've got a great knowledge. I have some knowledge. One thing that Hornsey pottery I know quite a lot about. It's awful, but people love it, especially students seem to love it. And I collected absolutely loads of that and made a fortune off it. The other thing that I used to collect, well actually it was my stepdaughter at the time that used to collect, which were worth a fortune and made loads of money, was Robertson's Golly Badgers. Can't buy them these days, it's just not PC, you can't get away with it. But yeah, I used to collect those as well. Let's have a look. Can you play any musical instruments? No. I will, wowee. Wow, that is a photo and a half I've just been sent. Whew. That's not off-putting at all, but very appreciated. What? Oh, musical instrument. I'll tell you a couple of stories about musical instruments. So, my dad always wanted me to play a musical instrument growing up, and I've got about as much chance of being able to learn it as a blind man being able to. What couldn't a blind man do? Read a book that wasn't braille. I couldn't think of anything. But so first of all, I went to learn piano, and I went, and the woman there, I used to go and then come home like asking my dad not to take me back again, and he was like, no, you need to go, you need to learn and all this. And she used to bloody wallop me on the hands. She used to hit me so hard, and I never told my dad, so my dad was sending me back because he thought I was just being a pain in the arse, but actually she was hitting me and leaving big marks on my hands because I couldn't do it. So that was the end of that. And then I was so lucky, I'm a lucky guy. I started guitar. I actually was interested in doing guitar, and I went and I wasn't very good. And then one day, the guitar guy said, well, I can't take you for guitar anymore because I'm going to prison for being a paedophile. So he'd obviously been touching up one of his other people that he was giving lessons to, and ended up going to prison. So that was fun. That was fun. Let's have a look. He can blow a mean oboe, or so says his teacher. It was the teacher that was good at oboe, not me. Let's have a look. Did you say Robertson's Golly Map? Didn't quite hear. Yes, I did. I used to have all the badges, but I had the ones from like the 1930s. The ones that were fruit, so like grapes with like just the head of one of them, and lemons and stuff like that. I had loads and loads and loads. Is he still going on about that? I don't know what. No, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. 1 sec. I'm so extremely proud of a fellow dyslexic, as I love books as well. I learned to tell the time when I was 19. You see, this is the thing, like, people think I'm dyslexic, and I'll happily tell you that. If you'd mentioned that to me when I was a teenager, I would have probably punched you. I hated it. I hated the thought of people knowing. I would hide my work. I would act up in school. I would be the class clown. I would always mess about because I wanted to deflect away from the fact that I was struggling. I wasn't stupid, and I think people think everyone with dyslexia is like a bit thick, but I'm telling you now, more creative people and clever people are dyslexic than pretty much anyone else. But it's just certain things that they have issues with, and I don't know. I've been called all sorts, and I'm never. If I am, like, people say I've got ADHD sometimes, and if I have. People have said I've got autistic tendencies at times, but if I have. It is what it is. You are who you are, and it's nothing. If you are something, just own it. Like, at the end of the day, own it, because it is what it is. Fuck what everybody else says. They're all stupid. Let's have a look. I can speak English and Irish. You see, I would love. I've got Gaelic on my arm. I don't know if I ever told you what that means. I've never really gone through all my tattoos, and I'm not stripping off now to show you. But I've never really been through what all my tattoos are and what they mean. But I've got in Gaelic, Scots Gaelic, your heart is free, have the courage to follow it, on my arm. 1 sec. Yeah, you see, I don't know, there's a lot of people that are scared to say that things like that. 1 second. Edith wants to know if you have a birthmark on your bum and if she can see it. I can't see my own arse, so I don't know, but I don't think I have. And it's probably more likely to be a shit stain. Yeah, how many tattoos have you got, and what's the place you have one that you can't show on here? I haven't got any that I can't show. I don't want to show you all my fat. That's the thing. Right, I'll take my hoodie off. I'm leaving my t-shirt on there. Well, because look at that. Nobody wanted to see that as it was. So, we've got the Scottish flags on this arm. Your heart is free, you have the courage to follow it in Gaelic on that arm. It's a bit dodgy that. I've had those since I was 17. This one needs finishing. I want all this done soon. God, it's actually really cold in this room. On this arm, and if you've looked on our website, you can get t-shirts with the Polaroid pictures on that I've got on my arms of different places I've been to. So that's like Paris. It's a bit hard to see here, but there's Paris, there's the island near, it's upside down for you. The island near Venice, and Russia, I think it is on this side. So yeah, they're all places I've been exploring. It's all travel related. Then I've got my clan motto and logo there. These all represent the Paris catacombs, going down exploring the Paris catacombs. I've got a big one for Freddie on my chest. I've got my girls on my back. And what else? I've got all the countries I've been to on my leg. What else have I got? Is that it? Oh, and I've got the shit pentagram that I need to get rid of on my chest. People seem to like it, but I can't stand it. I hate it. That's one that I wish I hadn't got. Edith Matt's shown his ass a few times in videos. Yes, I probably have, to be fair, probably far too many times, but I'm a bit weighty at the moment, so I don't really want people looking at my arse. One sec. What? I think some. What are you on about? You think some? You think some what? Oh, I think some of us did want to see it. Yeah, I'm sure some of you do want to see it. Maybe I should set up an OnlyFans, as people keep suggesting that I already have, which I haven't. There is a secret YouTube channel that nobody knows about. I bet you didn't know that. Well, as it's a secret, you probably wouldn't, but let's have a look. God, I'm bloody freezing. Matt's getting embarrassed. Yeah, Matt is getting embarrassed. Matt gets embarrassed all the time. You think, right, I was talking about this earlier on, you think that I'm a very confident, person that talks and is all, ooh, whatever. I am one of the most shy people in person you will ever meet. I'm quite good at putting on, not an act. I wouldn't say I'm still me. I never change me and become someone else. But I give out a more confident me. Inside I'm like, but yeah, I'm quite a shy person really. Let's have a look. Matt, what century would you have liked to live during? I quite like living now, to be fair. Because if I look back in history, I think there was some pretty amazing things that happened, but it depends who you were. If you were born into a century where there was opulence and amazing wealth and things, there was also amazing poverty and amazing mistreatment of people. I think we moan about living now, but I think we're pretty fucking lucky. We get so much on a plate for us. We get things stupid things like hot water that people wouldn't have got all those years ago. We get heating, we get cars, we get entertainment, we get a phone that you could just go like that and find stuff out. It's mad the things that we actually get these days. And we moan about, oh, it's not like it was in the old days. Yes, it's not, but there's also a lot of shit that happened in the old days. A lot of stuff that went off in the old days that weren't great either. So, God, I went a bit Yorkshire then, didn't I? 1 second. Yeah, and like, it's weird because I'm not a shy person in one way. It's hard to explain. I'm not a shy person in the way that you'd think. I don't have any friends and I don't talk to anyone. Well, you probably don't have any friends and I don't talk to anyone. But I mean, I generally am the centre of everything, and I have a laugh and I'll go out with people and like I'm confident and I'll talk, and if I know what I'm on about, I'll crack on and I'll be fine. But if I don't know you, if I've never met you, I'm not always like that. I can be shy. Like if it's on my turn, for example, and I'm sure Edith won't mind me mentioning this. I went to visit Edith when I was going around Scotland. I wasn't there very long, but it was on my terms. I knew I was going. I just turned up and I prepared myself and I was fine. And I cracked on. But sometimes, and I would never want people to stop doing this, but I'll walk into Tesco and I'll be looking at something and someone will come and talk to me and they'll be like, oh Matt, hiya, and I'll be like, hi, alright. Because it's not on my terms and it's not like I'm not ready for it, I'm not waiting for it to happen, it just happens. It doesn't happen all the time. I don't get a constant stream of people coming up and wanting to talk to me and take photos of me, but it does happen. It does happen and it's weird. I find it really weird. I'm a normal person. I'm nothing special. I'm less than nothing special. And to think that people are genuinely sometimes excited to see me just blows my mind. It's weird. It really is. And I think we were talking about this earlier on as well. When you're walking down the street and you see someone looking at you and you think they know me, but you don't know them. They feel like they've known you their entire life, but you don't know them. It's weird, very weird. 1 second. Do you ever think you'd come back as a ghost after you die? I would love to frighten the shit out of people. I would love it. Now I don't know if this is another Patreon video that I don't know if everybody's seen. Well, not everybody will have seen it. I saw that it went live, that there was 2 explorers in Sheffield in this abandoned pub. And I knew exactly where it was, I knew exactly where they were. I thought, fuck it, I'm going. So I got in my car, I kept the live on, so I knew that they were still there. I got there and I sneaked round the back. I took my time, went round, and I heard them packing up the stuff. And I thought, oh God, just in time. So I got my camera out, I filmed, and as they were walking through, I went, and I have never seen a grown man throw himself onto the floor as fast in my life. He shit his pants. He was there with a young lad, must have been 16 or 17, and he pushed him out of the way. This lad's shoe came off, his hat fell off, and they both ended up on the floor screaming. They were scared to death, and I just carried on going like that. Oh, it was so funny. I couldn't breathe, and then they realised who I was. They'd seen me on YouTube obviously before, and they knew who I was. It was so funny. One of the funniest moments ever. Also, I don't know if you remember, what was he called now? Abandoned Explorer, Neil. I can't stand that man, absolute dick. He's one of the only people in the exploring world I do not like. Absolute knobhead. Abandoned Explorer, he got the most viewed YouTube exploring video ever at the time with 17 million views. He'd done so well for himself. He got a channel with 250,000 subscribers. He could have been coining it in. He absolutely wasted his opportunity. He fucking ended up quitting YouTube and then started again making videos about electric scooters and all stuff. But that's nothing to do with it. He was exploring the Rotherham United ground, which was abandoned. And at the time I worked in Rotherham. And I was one of the managers on a sales campaign, and I'd seen on my break that he'd gone live. So I made an excuse. I said that one of my kids were poorly or dead or something, and left. And I went down there, and obviously it was a football pitch, abandoned football pitch with all the things talking about. nakedness. So I thought, what can I do? What can I do to scare him or make him jump? So obviously we're in an abandoned stadium, Streaker, literally, he was videoing on this live stream, and I just took all my clothes off and ran across the pitch. And I've never seen a man look as shocked in my life. There was Taser Urbex, there was him, and someone else there as well. Warren Tepper. So yeah, that was quite funny. That was funny. Oh, we've got some Australians in. Hello. I do like Newquay and I do like Perranporth. They are both nice places. So yeah, it was that was quite an interesting one as well. Let's see what else. Let's go through here. Made the dude cry. Yeah, he did. He literally did cry. Rick Steinland comes to South East Cornwall. I do like Cornwall, it's nice. This was not in sync with my audio. The wicked laughter spooked me a bit. God, I bet that was a bit weird if my mouth was like not moving and you could still hear it. Yeah, I love listening to you talk. I don't get this. A lot of people say this, that they like listening to me talk. And I would like to do, not audiobooks, but maybe I would like to do a channel where I read. I don't know whether people would really want it. I think they're just saying it to make me feel good about myself. But I would like to read books for people. Chapter 1. John and Jenny went out for a walk and they really enjoyed their walk. And I don't know. I would like to do it, but I just don't think people, I don't know if I've got time to do it, if I'm being honest. But also, I don't know if people really would want it. I think they might watch it as a bit of a thing to start off with, but by the time they've watched a couple of books, they don't really want to watch it. I don't know. I'm here in Alabama, and the trick-or-treaters were the cutest ever. I wish we got them like America. You know what? Ireland as well. There was so many decorations up on houses in Ireland compared to England, where you just get like one scabby spider in a window, or I don't know, like an old man with a bowl of sweets held like this. So when you go in and put your hand in to get some sweets, his knob's sticking up through the bottom of the thing. Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same here. What books would you read? I don't know. Maybe take requests. I don't know. I'd like to do. I could read kids' books, but nobody'd want to listen to kids' books unless you were a kid. And if you're a kid, you want to listen to me anyway. So I don't really know. Maybe not kids' books. Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I don't know. Nobody wants knob sweets. You're right, 100% nobody wants a knob sweet. Definitely not. Oh, thank you for the entry that's just coming out. I was just about to say about these as well. So we've got the shoes. I'm going to show you the picture again because I said I was going to do it earlier on and I didn't. Oh God, I might have a look at some of these things back over here again as well because I didn't do that earlier as much as I would have liked. I feel like we've been sat here for ages and I'm going a bit cold and I need a wee as well. Let me just turn this phone again, see if it comes back on. Can't find the button to turn it on with. Oh, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? Oh, I never turned it off. Yeah, it's dead. That's dead. Doesn't matter. We'll use this instead. Oh, Lord. Right, I'm going to unplug you. There we go. Ooh. Right. We'll go over here first. Now, what was I going to look at? I was going to look at some more of these pictures in here as well. They are good though. Look at him. There we go. Some good ones, isn't there? Oh, especially because they were originally from here. I think it's really cool. They all actually originated here. I wonder who they were. I wish I knew. Oh look, the guy with the knob sweets been leaving them here. But yeah, look at these. Because this place was used as a thing as well, a hospital, I think, at some point in the war. So let's have a look at one of these. John Cross, born 26th of 5th, 1937, admitted Easter term 1946, medical record, measles, whooping cough, mumps, chicken pox, I don't know what TIAS is. But yeah, there's loads of them, look. I don't want to take them out because they're in order. Adrian Lightfoot, medical record, chicken pox, measles, whooping cough. I'm guessing they're all vaccinations. All different vaccinations. Yeah, it's looking like it. Scarlet fever. What's the difference between scarlet fever and scarlatina? Because I know there's two different things. I think we've seen everything else on there. But yeah, we were looking at this picture, weren't we? Yeah, for anyone that's not seen it, this is one of the things that you can win by entering the competition. A little ghost in the window, ghost in the pram, two ghost lovers, ghost getting pissed, ghost in a boat, ghosts on bridges. But yeah, I did enjoy doing that, I'm not going to lie. But yeah, anyone in any country can enter that, and I'll post that anywhere in the world. You don't get the frame with it, unfortunately, but trust me, you don't want it. It's a shit frame. Oh, I've not looked at these on here, I don't think. I wonder if that's here. Outside. And what's this here, look? What's this book? Oh, is this a photo album? Oh, it is. Look at them. Oh, wow. That's so good. That's brilliant. I love old photos like this. Just look how they're dressed. He's smart, isn't he? These are brilliant. It's freezing over next to this window there. Because oh, she's not looking great. What is happening here? What is happening with her face? Oh, wait. What's this say? Birmingham, 1876. The Mrs. Anderson with the... I don't know what that says. Oh, that's so good. I love stuff like that. I could go through them for ages and ages. I don't know what's happened to that chair. It looks like something I've sat on. Right, I'm going to go and sit back down again because I can't see what anyone's writing while I'm wandering round. So I'll put you back down again and plug this back in again. I don't know if there's any battery left on that. Not very much. Right, let's see what everybody else is saying now I'm back. It's so, it's truly sad things like this. I just left Irish video of all the abandoned buildings there. Right, you want to see the one that's coming up, the video that's coming up in 3 weeks' time. So not this Sunday, not the Sunday after, but the one after that. The one in Omagh in Ireland. I cannot wait for you to see that video. I really, really can't. It is gonna be brilliant. I can't wait. I've not edited it yet either. I'm looking forward to editing it. Some of the things I found in that place, and the people out there that like doing their research, because I know some of you love it just as much as I love it. The names I've got of people, the items that were connected to them, the relatives of them as well, the stuff that goes hand in hand with it, and the place that it was from is unbelievable. It's so good. It's probably one, I would say maybe in my top 3 favourite explores ever. It's that good. It's that good just because of the stuff that's in there. It's dangerous as well. Very, very, very dangerous. Right. I don't know what you're on about, Owen. I think you need to stop talking about it. Tom Holland in Birmingham. What are you talking about? I think you need to stop talking about it because I think I might just have to mute you. Let's have a look. Are you staying there overnight? I am going to stay on live as long as I can keep my battery going, which actually might not be that long. I'll stay in as long as I possibly can, and then yeah, I will be staying here because I'm locked in anyway. So I can get out the door, but I can't get my car out of the car park. So I may as well stay here until like the early hours, well, until like 8 o'clock in the morning. I think he needs to stop drinking. I think you're right. I think he does. Matt, will you try to paste these live streams together later? I've had, well, possibly not. Kind of had to maybe remove one of them for reasons I will explain another time. Once I've checked that I have removed it. One sec. Oh, thank you for timing him out. It needed doing. I have no idea. For 86,000 seconds. You've timed him out for 86,000 seconds. That's a little bit extreme. How long's that? Is that like a year or something? That's ridiculous. Oh my god. 86,000 seconds. Here's Sarah. What is 86,000 seconds in hours? Oh no, you've timed him out for a day. You've timed him out for 24 hours. Oh my god. It didn't say that. It does say that. I can see it in front of me. It says Owen Shipley was timed out by Deborah Nardone. Is it Nardone? For 86,000 seconds, 24 hours. Anyway, that's so funny. My YouTube is awful tonight. Oh, he disappeared. Yeah, that's more like it. No, you haven't got rid of him for like the next 25 years. He's not being got rid of just for the next 24 hours. That's so funny. Right, let's ask me some more questions. Come on, let's get some juicy questions, non-sex related. Although I don't know if my dad, I think my dad will have gone to bed now, so we may be allowed to. But I still can't get over that picture that's just been sent through to me. That is some good writing. That is very interesting. One sec, let's have a look. Come on, give me some questions, give me some juicy questions. Something to do, I don't know, to do with the Explorers, not to do with the Explorers, to do with my childhood, to do with my belief on something. I don't know, just give me something good. Stop saying juicy in front of Edith. Oh, Edith. Oh, it's juicy. Oh. Oh my god. Any locations you would visit again? There's not many, to be fair. Once I've been somewhere, I wouldn't find it as interesting. I think really the main one I did again was St Joe's over in Lancashire. I really enjoyed it because it's so big. I probably could go back again and still find stuff there that was interesting. The one that I've done in Scotland recently with all the military stuff, I rushed around that place because I was scared of getting caught. And I really, really, really wish I'd taken more time, so I definitely would go back to that one. I think, where else would I go back to? The island, the one near Venice, 100%. I've never felt as relaxed and as comfortable in one place, but then as oppressed and uncomfortable in the same place. Like the island was split into two. One half was very like, oh my god, this is awful, and the other half was so chilled and relaxed and weirdly nice, like comfortably nice. So probably those three, out of anywhere, those three come to mind. Matt, have you ever tried hand drawing? Tried your hand at drawing? Well, weirdly enough, I used to be a portrait artist and I fart a lot. Let me see if I can find you a picture. I'm not telling you what it's called. There's a page on Facebook with my art on it. However, it's a lot of them aren't very good, but some of them aren't too bad. Let's have a look. So yeah, for example, that is one of my pictures I did of Kez. If you are aware of who Kez is, who Kez is. That still doesn't sound right in my head. Let me find another picture that I've done. They're not very good. They're all from like 12 years ago. So Shameless, if you used to watch Shameless, the UK version, not the American one. Let's see. Got Yoda. I've got Yoda there. Like I said, some of them aren't very good, and I'm trying to skip through those ones. I'm trying to find some stuff that's alright. There's not many that are alright, to be fair. Find you one more. I've actually got, if anybody wants a postcard that is being drawn by me with things like toads on it, stuff like this, squirrels, and owls, I've actually got probably about 1,000 of those at home still, so potentially people could have those. But yeah, I did used to be a portrait artist as a job. Only in pencil. I used to work in pencil, and I actually hate it now. I hate drawing, and that's why I think I enjoyed that so much, because I never used to paint. So, but yeah, I might send some of those out at some point. In fact, I could send out some like signed stuff for people. We'll see what we can do. Whoever wins the shoes, I'll send one with that, and that I'll send one with that as well. One sec. There isn't much left in St Joseph's now since the fire. Are you on about the same St Joseph's? I'm not on about the one that's in the middle of Preston. I mean St Joseph's Seminary, the massive place, the huge place. I didn't think there'd been a fire there though. There might be wrong. Let's have a look. Any with pigeons? I don't think there is. I used to do a lot of pictures of when somebody had died, like they'd want a picture with their gran and stuff like that. Like I say, some of them aren't great. Some of them were a bit rubbish, if I'm being honest. I've got a lot of them still at home. Let me see, I'm trying to find one more. Yeah, I've got things like Only Fools and Horses. If you're American, you've no idea what I'm showing you. Let me find one more good one and then we're done. Yeah, if you're into Doctor Who, I know the Americans like the Doctor Who stuff. So yeah, I did used to do that. I've had a lot of bizarre jobs, doing a lot of bizarre things, but it is what it is. What made you hate drawing? There's a couple of reasons. One that I'm not going to tell you, and one that I will tell you. So the main reason was I was just doing it constantly. I was doing it night and day. I am a bit of a perfectionist with stuff as well. I will rip stuff up and start again when I've already been drawing for like 5 hours. I'll just start all over again. So it got to the point where I wasn't enjoying it. I wasn't having fun doing it anymore. It had become a job. Like with this job that I'm doing now, I enjoy doing it. I like, there's new challenges and new things I can focus on. With that, it was just repetitive drawing, getting a picture, looking across, drawing, looking at the picture, doing it while you're watching TV at night, staying up till 2 o'clock in the morning doing it, getting up in the morning, starting again. Horrible, hated it. So, Emma Farr, what are you writing on here? I'm leaving that. That's a bit weird. Draw me a Findersbeepers History Seekers tattoo and I'll get it done next year. Ooh, that's interesting. I might do that for you then. I'll have a think what sort of thing. I don't know what to do really. Worst job I've ever had. Now I've got a video coming out, and if I tell you certain things, if I tell you, then it will ruin something. So I can't really tell you everything, but what bad job have I had? Nothing that bad, to be fair. Like, I worked in education and sports at first, then I moved from that into sales. There's been some pretty shit sales jobs I've done, but I've tended to do well at them because I can talk bollocks for a long time. How can we get hold of your pictures? I don't know if I want you to. I don't know if I want to. The postcards, I might do some. I could put the postcards on the website for sale and just put them for really cheap, and then you get them and I'll sign them and send them to you. If you go anywhere for 24 hours, money's no limit, where would you go? Now, I've already said about Singapore, I would like to go to Singapore, but I'll think of somewhere else. Where else would I like to go? Now, somewhere that I have talked about going a lot is I would like to go to Zanzibar. Zanzibar's somewhere I've wanted to go for a while. There's plenty of places in Asia I'd like to try. See, I kind of like places that you're not supposed to go. Like, well, not like, for example, I went to Montenegro in May this year, and Albania, places that you wouldn't expect to go to, and actually were amazing. Like, look at this. Would you think this is a beach in Albania? Let me show you. One second. Right. These are the beaches in Albania. When you think of Albania, you think of like drugs lords and things like that. You don't think about beautiful beaches like that. It is an amazing looking place. I've been to one of the towns there, but I've never been to the beaches, and I would like to go there. There's loads of stuff. I'm too old. Shut up, Deborah. You are not too old to have a tattoo at all. One sec. I couldn't do life drawing because people would move. It's see, so many sites being burnt down. Freddie Mercury was from Zanzibar. Oh God, what's with all the connections to Freddie Mercury tonight? I feel like I'm suddenly his brother with teeth. Yeah, they are. You wouldn't think, like I said, Albania, you wouldn't think it. Montenegro was utterly wonderful. Such a nice place. Really, 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 really nice place. See if I can. Montenegro. Oops, can't spell it. I had a black eye in Montenegro, to be fair. I got punched in the eye. Can't really show you without showing stuff. There's a nice naked photograph of me on here in Montenegro, stood in the middle of nowhere, absolutely butt naked. I'm sure you'd love to see that, but probably best not to. But yeah, I know it's a bit of a random picture, but that was like my breakfast and the view that I had from my breakfast in Montenegro up in the mountains. It was so nice. Oh God. Let's see what it says. Did you do the latest injury exploring? No, I woke up with it. I woke up one morning and it just hurt, and it's got worse and worse. 1 second. My niece's fiance comes from the country near where the war is going on. The country is really, truly beautiful. Which country? What, Israel? Or Russia? Or Ukraine? There's plenty of wars going on and stuff going on. 1 sec. Quick question. I don't know whether it's just me, we were talking about this the other day, about photos and videos. And I want to know if it's just me that's got a lot of photos. How many photos do people have on their phone? I just want to know if anyone can beat my number. I'm not going to tell you what my number is, because if I do, I think people will just say a higher number just to beat it. I've got X amount of photos and X amount of videos. How many have you got? 25? You surely can't only have 25 photos. Yeah, I usually do. I usually hurt myself doing absolute nothing. 998. Are you kidding me? I reckon I've taken 9. No, I haven't deleted yours at all. Of course I haven't. Silly thing to say. 1,005, 3,000. I feel like I've taken that this week. What is wrong with me? I think there's something wrong with me. Oh, yeah, I get what you're saying now. There's nothing. If I show, there's not anything going to be seen, so we're all good. Let's have a look. I have over 1,300 pictures. Right, let's have some guesses of how many photos you think I've got on my phone. Let's have a look. Ooh, Kendra's got 8,762. That's the highest yet. 5,000 on there. But what do we think I've got? How many photos have I got? How many videos have I got? Let's see. I want to see some of these guesses. 6,168 photos. Is that yours or mine? Next to Ukraine. You are allowed to say Russia. Say Russia, it's fine. I've got more than 5,000. Definitely more than 5,000. Come on, let's have a bit of a meaty guess. You've got 18,000 pictures and 200 videos. More. 67,000 more. Let's have a look. What's the guesses coming in at? 85,000 more. How many photos have I got on my phone? 20,000. No. Let's have a look. Yes, I do film, but although I delete everything, so like I don't save stuff on there. 11,900. No more. Come on, give me a beefy number. 125,000. That's close enough. I'm just going to make sure there is nothing on there. No, there isn't. And I'm hoping you can see this. 120,000 photos and 9,100. It says it at the bottom down here somewhere. Look, 9,100 videos. 120,000 photos. 120,000 and 9,000 videos. That is mental. I don't think that's normal. And you've got to remember, I have this phone and this phone. This is I don't film on this phone at all. It's all on that one. So it is pretty mad, that, to be fair. So I always ask people. I always think, is it just me? And I think it is just me. And 100,000 of me in the bath. I bet there is loads. Oh, you're not on your phone, aren't you supposed to search for? What are the things you're supposed to search for now? I can't remember. There's 2 words that you search for. If you ever want to search for on someone's phone and find naked photos of them, you search these 2 words, and I can't remember what it is now. I think maybe lingerie. Don't know how to spell lingerie. Lingerie. Oh no, there's only one photo comes up on mine, and it's a screenshot of someone's comment that says, perfume brick, you add drops of the favourite perfume and it can be added and placed on lingerie drawers. So no, there's nothing dodgy on my phone. I told you I'm a good boy. Either that or I put it in a hidden folder that nobody can see. So How many photos of just bear? Let's have a look. So we search dog. Let's see what comes up when I search dog. Actually, surprisingly, not that much. 1,500, and they're not all bear, they're my old dogs as well. So, but quite a few of bear, to be honest. So, very strange. How random is that? So you search dog and it brings up her. Someone that I used to know. That's weird. Let's have a look. I bet you've got the hidden photo calculator out. No, I haven't. I'm not naughty. I'm not naughty. I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. Like, out of all of you, every single one of you on there, how many of you have ever seen me naked? How many naked photos have I sent out to you lot? None. Because I'm a good boy. I'm a good boy. Can you show us around a bit more? I want to. I want to go and walk round, but we lose internet when I go out of this room. And I really want to show you some more things in this place. However, what I might do is, I might make you, it sounds much this battery's going to stay charged up there. I could make a Tuesday video for you. Would you like me to make a Tuesday video and do a bit of an explore while I'm here? Go and show you the pet cemetery and stuff like that. After the live's finished, go and charge my phone up in the car or something like that, and then do a video around the grounds and stuff. Would you like to see all the stuff that's here? Most definitely, yes. Yes, please, yes. Right, okay. Right, so when the live's finished, I will go and charge the phone up and I'll do a video for you. And then at least you get to see stuff that you haven't seen previously. 1 second. I won't tell them our secret. Oh God, are these people saying yes because you've all seen me naked? Or are you saying it for wanting to see the place? No photos, but you did run naked when the police caught you. There is far too many naked photos on my phone, and weirdly, they're not for like ladies' eyes. They're just because I've taken them for the channel and stuff like that. So let me just search Derbyshire. I feel like there's some weird naked photo in Derbyshire. Derbyshire. Could probably get away with showing you that, but I don't think I should. No, I might send that to some people, but no, I better not show you. I've sent that to one person. There you go. 1 second. We have until the live is finished to enter the contest. Yes, you do. So when this live is finished, so probably in the next hour and a half, I'd say, because of battery life-ish. I don't know how long what's left on it now, because I think the battery pack may be dead. I think I've used it all up. I can't actually see because that torch is in my eyes. I don't think it's charging anymore. Oh, it is. It's still charging. So we'll get at least an hour and a half, I reckon. Maybe a bit more. Can someone tell me the raffle where I can buy tickets to, please? Yes, so it's paypal.me/findersbeepers. Each £2 you pay gets you a ticket and an entry, and I will do all of that tomorrow. So, who's a bunch of pervs? They're all pervs because they've all got naked photos of me. That's not why they're saying yes. I can just picture you with your naked mugshot on the police station. But you know what it was? I went. The thing is, this photo that I've just sent to somebody, it was taken by Andy. It's a naked photo of me, and it was taken. Oh, in fact, wait a minute. I'll edit it so you can look at it without seeing me naked. Because I know nobody wants to see me naked. Let's have a look. If I do this, maybe draw a pair of shorts on myself and we can get away with it, can't we? Oh, they're a bit big. I'm not bothered about what size my shorts are, but I just want to show you where it is. Here we go. Here we go. Right. I can't get banned on YouTube for this anymore now. It's a nice, decent photo. But just bear in mind that Andy took this photo when I show it you. Right. There we go. Right, I can show you now. So clearly I have got shorts on in this because I've drawn over it, but it's in Derbyshire on the hills, and I persuaded Andy to take a photograph for me while I was up there. So he had to put up with some stuff. So ever sent an embarrassing photo to the wrong person? Yes, 100%. Is that the swimming baths you both explored? No. The swimming baths was a bit terrible when I got the armed police coming with the police dogs and everything, and I was naked in a swimming pool. That was just awful. That was so bad. And I was telling the guy that was here earlier on about, because he's a policeman, and I was telling him about how the worst police, because I always find police are lovely and they're really nice and never have any problems, apart from police dog handlers are dicks. I always have problems with police dog handlers. I don't understand what they've got against me, but they all seem to hate me. So, have I ever done exploring in America? No, I've never been to North America or South America. I would love to go. I would weirdly kind of prefer to go to South America than North America, but that's because I like stuff that's a bit different, and I feel like America's just too similar to here. But I don't know. I think there's better places, and I know this is going to sound awful, like I'm being horrible, but there's more places with more history in Europe than there is in America, and that's the thing that I get the kick out of, going and seeing the history side of it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying America's not got history, because it has, and there is stuff I would like to see, but I think there's more little spooky, cool places with loads of history here. In fact, there's places that I've been and explored that are older than the actual country of America, which is mad. I can't get my head around that sometimes. Oh my god, I made it. Go to Puerto Rico and do a collaboration with Lau. It's just the sort of person going to dodgy place. I've never heard of her. I'd love to. I watched that episode yesterday, the one with the swimming pool. We'd never been, that was the first time we'd ever got stopped or caught by police. And I was shitting myself. 100%. Because I put my t-shirt on like shorts and tied it round the side, then I had to whip that back off again, put the t-shirt on, and I went outside with my hoodie and my t-shirt on inside out. So they definitely thought we were in that swimming pool bumming. Definitely. I know for a fact they thought we were bumming in there. Yes, happy Halloween to the people I haven't said it to already. Me and Andy almost got put on, we were very lucky that we didn't end up on, what's it called? One of the programmes with the cameras outside. We were talking about this to someone earlier on as well. I actually thought about it and didn't actually say it. But one of these programmes with the police interceptor things, we were in Chesterfield, and I'm pretty sure they film round North Derbyshire. And we were climbing out of a building, or just about to come out of a building, and we saw the police car come round, and they saw them with the cameras and everything like that, and we just popped back in for 5 minutes, waiting until they went round the back and legged it. But I had a feeling we would end up on the police interceptors or something down those lines. 1 second. Gee, I was a cop for 30 years and I hate traffic cops. I don't think my friend that was here earlier on would be very happy to hear that. 1 second. If I want to go somewhere that's haunted, I'd go to Europe. Such old history. Yeah, that's it. And I've got nothing. We were talking earlier on about the guy that's got the YouTube channel that has a mine and a ghost town somewhere in America. I think that's mega cool. And he found like a pair of Levi jeans that were about 150 years old, the oldest in the world or something like that. Mad. I would love to go and do something like that. I would find that really interesting. A lot of the YouTubers that I watch are nothing to do with exploring, like 99.9% of them are nothing to do with exploring, and a lot of the ones I like are from America, so I'd like to go and see them as well. No, 1 sec. What I just missed there? Oh my god, Edith, I don't think I'll make it to the end. Oh god. The end of what? I don't want to know what you're talking about. Crime Scene, is that the name of the programme? I think no, I don't think it is now. Brent Underwood, is that the guy with the mine? I don't know, I'm not sure. But it did look really good. I've seen a few episodes of his and it's really, really good. And I love the passion with him as well. He talks about what the place used to be like, and there was a big hotel there and it ended up burning down. He talks about like the prospectors and the hard life that they used to have, and the people that got shot there, and like then they were bringing in Chinese workers, which you wouldn't even think in the Wild West or whatever. You wouldn't think about like bringing in Chinese workers and stuff like that. It's really good, like really interesting stuff. 1 sec. That place is nonsense, Matt. It's just a money maker. How is it a money maker? He lives on his own in the middle of nowhere. How is he making money? I don't really get it, to be fair. 1 second. I'm looking forward to actually the behind the scenes video for Ireland as well. Someone just mentioned Ireland on there. I really hope I can rip the video off YouTube of me in the car with the Irish girls. I swear people think that something dodgy were going on there, but literally all it was, I was in Omagh. I was waiting around to go and do that exploring this big mansion, amazing mansion place. I was having some tea, I was sat in my car eating, and they'd been out on the piss, but the two of them were flying to America the next day, and they were panicking. I was watching them going from taxi to taxi to taxi, and nobody would take them. They wouldn't take them because one of the girls was quite drunk, and she came and knocked on the. I opened my window. She came and knocked on the window and said, "Are you a taxi?" I said, "No." And then she went away. So then I opened the window and shouted out and got them to come in, and I gave them a lift. I lived like 12 miles away, and they were singing to me in the car, and it was so good. Like what you would expect of Ireland, like a load of happy, fun people singing. It was so good. And I just hope I can show you that as well. Really, really good. What century would you like to live in? I answered this earlier on. Now, I do like the idea of all the other things, but I would have to have money. I wouldn't want to be living in the 1600s with zero money. That would be fucking awful. Cerro Gordo, yes, that's it. Or Cerro Gordo, yeah, that's the place. 1 second. Oh, who was the guy that was building the chateau single-handed? I was talking earlier on about someone that was building a ranch single-handed, with loads of people. He's a YouTuber that does it, with bringing loads of people on and advertising their businesses. That sounded quite interesting. I'm off, gotta go to work. Enjoy your day at work. 1 second. But yeah, I would like to buy a chateau and do it up. Or that place in Ireland from last week's video could be amazing. Now apparently there is plans to do that up, and there's all sorts of amazing plans for that place, but apparently they've been in place for a long time, so whether it will ever happen is another thing. Like, really, really, really interesting. Something, I don't want to spoil Thursday's video, like the recap video, but that place I went to in Ireland, the big, huge hall, when I was in the cellar, I mentioned there was a noise and it scared me, and I'm like, oh God, it's just a train. I found out that that train does not run, and it hasn't run for about 20 years. So what the hell was that noise? That's freaked me out after it, seriously. Escape to rural France. There's so many places in France that I would like to go and explore. I feel like I need to go there soon. My 12-year-old wants more bear videos on the channel. Yes, there will be more bear videos. The problem is, there's a few reasons that there hasn't been. One, because at first I was getting myself in the swing of getting normal videos out, making sure there was enough content on the main channel for me to earn a living, basically. Now I'm getting my head round, what the fuck were outside that window then? I don't know if it was just a leaf falling off and there's light shining at the front of the building, but something just went zoom straight down past the window, but I think it must have been a leaf. But what am I saying? What were I saying now? I have totally forgotten. It's gone out my head, it will come back. Oh, bears videos. So yeah, I have actually got a video ready to be edited, but one, I've lost my charger for my laptop, so I need to get that sorted. That's pretty easy, I can get another one. But two, when I went up to Scotland, I was going to video up there, but I couldn't get things charged up quick enough, so I couldn't do it in there. When I went to Devon, I had the same problem. Then I went to Ireland, and obviously he's not come to Ireland. So I need to get, yeah, it is leaves, another leaf's just gone flying across that window, bloody hell. I need to get in a position where I'm getting back in the routine of uploading his videos. Bear's videos actually take more editing than mine do. They are a bit of a pain in the arse, and I've just employed an editor to help me with the second channel, and I could get him to do Bear's videos, but Bear's videos don't make enough money for it to be worthwhile, if that makes sense. So I'd be paying an editor and getting less money back than it would cost for him to edit it in the first place, if that makes sense. Which in the long run possibly would work, because it'd start to make more money, but for now, I don't know. I love the Coco Chanel video in Scotland. My favourite was Matt's least favourite. Which one's my least favourite? One sec. There's 2 double beds. Let's go to France and do the empty abandoned chateaux. I do want to go. Definitely. I use one for my camper and they last forever. What are we talking about now? I feel like I'm missing stuff. It sounds like it's pissing it down outside. Get a mini generator. What are we talking about? I feel like I've missed half the conversation here. Can I come? I love France. Me and my camper. Oh, see, this is where it makes sense now. Have you been to Austria? I went to Austria this year, January. I flew to Norway. If you're a Patreon, you'd see behind the scenes video from this. I went to Norway, and then I went to Vienna. I went to the Spanish riding school, which was really good. Went round, had some food and looked around. Vienna is a lovely place, a beautiful place. It's really deep in snow. Pretty, the buildings are amazing there. But a little bit of travel advice for you. People always ask me, like, how do you manage to go to so many countries? In the last 12 months, I've been to 15 different countries. And don't get me wrong, there's England, Ireland, Scotland, Wales in that as well. So 4 of those, call it 11 non-UK countries. So a bit of advice, if you want to go to more than one country but only go away for a weekend, really good way of doing it. So go on Skyscanner, there's a website called Skyscanner, and search for flights over whatever period of time you want to go for, maybe a weekend or maybe a little bit longer, but don't do direct flights. Look for flights with stop-offs. And what we did is we flew to Oslo, had a 9-hour stopover in Oslo, so we had a good amount of time to go and have a look around Oslo, then got back on a plane and hopped off over to Vienna. So we had 2 nights in Vienna, obviously in front of my eyes, but a full day in Oslo, and it was so good. But it just means you get to see another country, even if it's only a taster, and then if you really like it, you can go back. But it's just a really good way of seeing multiple places. We did that there. Like I said, when we went to Montenegro, we hopped over the border and went to Austria. Same with Northern Ireland and Southern Ireland, did both of those as well. So it's really a good way of getting to see different places. Hi from Canada. Are you pulling an all-nighter? I'm pulling an until this battery dies on my phone nighter, whatever that is. You can find so many interesting things at stop-offs. Yeah, like I said, we had pretty much a full day. Well, 9 hours is a good chunk there. And we had to be back at the airport like an hour before our flights, because I always travel light anyway. I don't check anything in. So it sucks working on Halloween, but I get to watch my favourite film, Pranker. You calling me a pranker? There we go. 1 second. The one where Bear was barking just last week. Oh, the week before. Yeah, I did enjoy it, but I hated it at the same time. I definitely did. Are you there totally alone? Yes, absolutely, all alone. As he said that, I felt like I could hear a woman's voice. All by myself, no staff on site. There is a security guard that does a lap of the building every so often. I know his car's out there, but I haven't seen him. Let's have a look. I'd be too knackered with that and feel like I missed the next part. No, it's not. People get it in their head. This is what I was talking to someone about the other day, about travel in general. People don't think that you've got enough time to do stuff, or you'll say, oh, I work full time, I only have weekends off. Literally, that's exactly the same as me and other people in the past. Like, you can still go places and enjoy places, and it's so cheap. Like, for example, where did I go? What were I looking at the other day? A flight to Sweden. Now, I know Sweden's a bit more expensive when you get there, but it was £29 return. So that's like £14.50 each way. You can't even get a coach to, I don't know, London and back for that amount of money. It's mad. So take advantage, do it. If you're tired, fucking sleep another day. It doesn't matter. Just go and experience the world. Trust me, there's so many good things out there to see. There really is. Matt, a wonderful job with that, Andy. Thank you. Oh, you know what? That really means a lot. Like, this year's been hard in a lot of ways. Not just the channel stuff, there's been a lot of stuff gone off. And that's the video I'm talking about another day, but it's been hard, but your support's been amazing. So I do appreciate it, you know. I really do appreciate it when you say things like that. It really does make a difference. God, I'm quite cold now. My mum loves watching your videos, and my mum definitely has your sense of humour. Oh, good. My van alarm started going off. Oh God. I know you live down a dark lane. I've been near your house. went out in my pyjamas, someone shoved a pumpkin on the end of my windscreen wiper. I'm sure that sounds like some sort of double entendre. Speaking of alcohol, this is the second time I've been drunk this year. Why not? Do you know what? I was talking about this the other day. I think I've only had 3 pints this year. All year. I had a pint of Guinness in Belfast. I've had lots of other drinks. Like, don't get me wrong, I've had like cocktails and stuff like that. But beer, I think I've had 3 pints in the year that I can actually think of. Can't think of any more. That's mad. Oh, thank you. Really means a lot when you write things like that. Let's see what else anyone else has said that I've missed. God, it's 2 o'clock. That's gone quick, hasn't it? Don't forget, if you want to get your entries in for the picture, for the shoes, for the video message, you need to do it soon. If you've not done it already, you need to do it soon because time is almost done. Like, we've already given away the Amazon gift cards tonight. They've gone to loving homes. Somebody's going to look after them and care for them. And I want the same for these things. I want somebody to win that picture and have it sat nicely on the mantelpiece. Well, maybe not the mantelpiece because it's fucking huge. But yeah, I'd like someone to really like it. It's a nice pub, that one, Debs, as well. You can't imagine people coming down that lane and putting stuff on your van. 1 second. I've had 2 pints of Guinness tonight, and I'm such a lightweight. I do really like Guinness. Like, on my wedding day, I don't know if anybody knows. Do you all know that I used to be married? I'm not anymore. I got rid of her. To be fair, she got rid of me, which is fine by me. But on my wedding day, I had, and the only reason I know is because my best man was keeping track. I had 14 pints of Guinness and 14 whiskies. Some of them were doubles, some of them weren't. I don't know how the hell I still and all that, but let's have a look. You have 3 awesome prizes up for grabs. Oh, thank you. I really want the painting. You know what? There's so many people that like that painting. I was married to a lady. Well, a lady is a very much stretch of the English language, but I was married to a female just about. So I thought I was still married. No, I'm not married. I was married for 10 years. I was married from 2003 to 2013. Well, technically, no, we were together and then we sort of separated in 2013. I think I was still married till about 2016, something like that. So, I know you're joking, don't worry, I don't take offence at maybe some things, but not most. I found out a couple of years ago that my mum gave my husband Valium on our wedding day. Why would you? Is it to settle nerves? I don't really know what Valium's for, if I'm being honest. I'm guessing it's to settle nerves. I think I had a whiskey before. Oh God, something weird happened on my wedding day. First thing, I swore in front of my mum. I've never done that in my life before. That was the only time I've ever sworn in front of my mum. And that's because my mum and dad had paid, my first ever car was a VW camper van, bay window, and they paid for a camper van to come and pick us up and take us to the hotel. So I was like, fucking hell. Like, stood next to my mum. My mum was fuming. She was so angry. We've never talked about it since, but I know how angry she was. She never said anything to me about it, but she was livid. But we got in there. How weird is this? The person that was driving the camper van was a clown with one eye. He'd only got one eye and a glass eye, and he drove a camper van, and he made some balloon animals for us. And then I was so drunk that I was like stamping on him in back at van. Very surreal, very weird thing to look back on. That very, very odd. But yeah, I've got some weird stories. I know I have. 1 second. PayPal payments for the picture raffle. As you don't say, brilliant. Oh, thank you. Might be doing another all night. It won't be all night. Maybe another hour, maybe 2, maybe a little bit longer. Depends how long this lasts for. I don't want to run it into the ground. Like I said, I do want to go and do a bit of a walk round with you as well, but for maybe a Tuesday video, so you can see it after the fact, because I don't want the internet going off. I'll film it separately. One-eyed clown on your wedding day, very weird, in a camper van, very, very strange, bizarre thing, to be fair. But yeah, so that didn't particularly end well. I don't really want to go through my relationships though. That's a bit of a weird conversation to be having. Any more questions? Come up with some questions, some juicy questions. Ask me something else. I like answering questions. I feel like I've not done enough questions, like Q&A things, over the years. Let's have a look. What's this going through? I don't tell any of my old stories. It feels like a different person than I am now. No, I agree. I'm the same. I think a lot of stuff has happened in my life. A lot of stuff that's really, really good, and stuff that there's not much stuff I would change. Like, things happen for a reason, and if one thing hadn't happened, the next thing wouldn't, if that makes sense. So, for example, when I broke my back, when I damaged my muscles on my back and all that, and I had to quit running, and it was my passion, sport was my thing that I loved doing. I was athletic and I loved it. But if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't have met my ex-wife, and I wouldn't have then had my children, my 2 girls. And because of that, I wouldn't have moved from one place to another place. And because I live in that place, and then I split up with my ex-wife, I would have never then worked at the place that I met Freddie's mum. And if I'd not met Freddie's mum, I wouldn't have had Freddie. And then I wouldn't be in the position that I am today. So yes, there's been some shit in my past. There's been stuff that I look back and think, fucking hell, that were awful, why I was in that situation. But if those things hadn't happened, I wouldn't be here today. And I would, well, I'm not saying I'd be dead, but I wouldn't be in the same position as I am now. And I love the fact that I do what I do. And I feel very, very lucky and privileged. I had to go through a lot of shit to get here, but I think people forget that. People forget that it's almost like one door closes, another one opens, and you've got to go through the shit ones to get to the good ones, that sort of thing. What have gotten you into running? I've been running since I was maybe 10, and one of my teachers said I should do it. I was 8th in Europe at 800 metres. I was a really good runner, and I was lucky enough to run with people like Jason Ward and Roger Black and Ewan Thomas and loads of other people, like good names. How old am I? It is my birthday next week. I will be 44. I'm 43 now. Everything happens for a reason, 100%. Yeah. Life is predetermined. A lot of people that I've spoken to have said that. It doesn't matter what you do, you'll end up in the same place. There was a very good film in the 90s called Sliding Doors, which I thought was quite good. And basically, this woman goes to work one day and something happens which means she doesn't get on a tube to go off to work, so she comes home again, and then it shows 2 versions of the same story. So one, she gets on the tube, one, she doesn't get on the tube. One, she carries on to work and life goes on as normal. The one where she goes home, she finds out her husband's cheating on her and she splits up from her husband. She goes on to meet someone else and they're all happy and everything. So it just shows like the bad, like going through the shit ended up with something good, whereas the one where she went through something good ended up being shit. So it's all very clever. I liked the idea of that, to be fair. You don't look 44. Oh, thank you, Edith. No, I look 54. What's your favourite book and author? My favourite author is an author called Con Iggulden. You've probably never heard of him. He does a lot of loosely based historic stuff. So he's done stories about like the Romans and Genghis Khan and stuff like that. It's based on history, but it's very much like his own version of it, if that makes sense. It's really, really good. It's really good. You be the same age as me. You're doing amazing. Oh, thank you, Melissa. No, it matters. Right, I'm not Andy. I'm not into stuff like that. Let's have a look. What was he? Show who hasn't had a shit life. You go through. Yes, that's it. You look at the good stuff. Like the bad stuff happens, and it makes the good stuff seem better. So yeah, I'm happy to have shit times in my life if it means that all the good stuff it seems even better. Matt, do you think we live in a simulation? Nah, I'm not one of these. I'm not one of these conspiracy theorists at all. I think some things are a bit fucked, like the whole pyramid situation seems wrong. Seems like there's something more to that. I don't know what. I'm not saying it's aliens, but because we can't explain how it happened, like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that they could have built them. It really doesn't. But I'm not saying that it was anything other than the normal like reasoning behind it. I don't think I believe in the moon landings. I actually think that was a big PR stunt. I'm not saying that it's like flat Earth or anything. I'm not one of them weirdos, but I do think that America purely wanted to beat Russia to getting on the moon, so they just made it up. I could see that happening. I'm just looking at it now. It's things like, how did they... I'm sat in this fucking hall in the middle of the UK, and there's supposed to be... I'm near a city where there's 5G, right? I can't get a signal out of that door, just outside that door. So how the fucking hell did they beam all that shit back from the moon and talk to the president on the phone in space in, was it the 60s or 50s or 60s? How the hell did that happen if I can't get a signal in that room in 2023? For me, it just sits wrong. It doesn't seem right. And I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all. We're all alien hybrids. Here we go. What was your favourite toy as a child? The toys that... He-Man figures were always my favourite. And He-Man and Thundercats. He-Man and Thundercats were always my favourite. There's two toys that do stand out though, both of which because I broke. One, on Christmas Day, I got a transporter with a helicopter on the back, and I stepped back and I stood on it and I broke it. And my dad super glued it back together, and I still enjoyed playing with it, but I was devastated. And the other one was glowworms. I don't know if you remember glowworms. They were like these plastic moulded things. You put them near a light, and then you could see them at night, and they were brilliant. And I got one, and I put it on the light bulb, and it melted its face off. And I was devastated. But my dad, because my mum and dad are amazing, you know. I am really lucky to have, and still have, my mum and dad. They went back out and got me another one, and I absolutely loved my glowworm. It was so good. 1 second. Have you ever had any piercings? Never. Am I religious? I would class myself as a Christian, although, like I say, God and Jesus and stuff all the time. I'm not one of these people that would say that the Bible is like 100% accurate. I think it's more than anything, it's more like morality tales. I think it's just there as a guide for your life and to tell you how to look after yourself. I think there is something bigger than us. I couldn't tell you exactly what I think that is there. I wouldn't say that I am like a devout, like Christian or whatever. I would just say I'm loosely somewhere around there. I don't know. Absolutely do not believe in the mud flood. I think that's a load of bollocks. So there you go. One sec. My dad sold my entire 70s, 80s Star Wars collection in the 90s for 80 quid at Carbu. Oh my god. I heard a strange noise. In your house, Deborah? Or was it in here? Ooh. I can't actually hear a noise, which is weird. I think it's something blowing about outside, if I'm being honest. 1 second. My mum did that with my stuffed Christmas moose toy. Oh, and she did not get you another one. Do you remember gummy bears? Were they the bears that bounced about all over the place and like fucking bedoinged all over? I think I do remember them. Yes, I totally agree about the moon landing map, and Thundercats was my stuff, man. Yeah. I'm not saying, look, I'm not saying people aren't being into space. I'm not saying that all this, but there's a couple of things like what's he called now? Neil Armstrong. There's a couple. I think he's going a bit wappy. Unless he's not dead, is he? No, he's not dead. But the interviews I've seen with him, he's gone a bit wappy. He's gone a bit weird in head, and he keeps sort of giving things away. And he's like, a little girl asked him about why haven't we been on the moon since. He's like, I'd like to know that as well. It's because we've never been. And there's some really weird interviews with him. You want to have a look? Like I said, I hate the conspiracy theories, to be fair. Some of the stuff that people come up with are so much bollocks. But I think there is truth in some things. I think some things have been done for a reason. Like I said, think about the whole Russia-America thing. They were desperate to beat each other. And if America could bend the rules and find a way around it, I think they would. I really do. Do you remember the 80s cartoon Dungeons and Dragons? I fucking loved that cartoon. It was so good. I remember the intro for it as well. I'm sure there was a roller coaster involved in the beginning. The kids went to a theme park and went on this roller coaster, and then they ended up turning into these people that were playing in the Dungeons and Dragons thing. It all sort of melds into one now, but if the moon landing is false, what else? I don't know. I wouldn't say, I'm not saying I definitely know that it's false. I'm just saying I think it could be. There's just a couple of things that just don't seem right. And yeah, you're right, I suppose. It suddenly seems really dark in here. It's like it's gone a lot darker in this room all of a sudden. There's a lot of things that I think, why didn't we know more? So like this whole alien business thing, like these American officials that are suddenly saying like aliens were about and were found. Are they trying to deflect on something? I don't know. I don't want to be one of these people that come up with all these outlandish, stupid reasonings for things. I just don't think we're ever going to know. I don't think we're going to know the stuff behind the scenes. And maybe we don't need to know. Maybe we don't need to know all the other shit that goes off. Like, at the end of the day, I'm happy enough toddling along in life without knowing all this stuff. I'm fine without it. So, let's have a look. What do I think about UFOs? I think that not necessarily UFOs. I think we'd be stupid to think we were that superior that we are the only living life form in the whole of everything. If you look up into the sky, you can see thousands of stars. And that's just a very small amount of stars compared to what there is. Now, every one of those stars, say if they've maybe only got one planet going round them, you're telling me out of all those thousands of stars, there's not one thing alive on any of those other planets? I think there's got to be something. I'm not saying it's a life form that can build something and whatever. It could just be like some sort of weird elephant dog hybrid, like with a trunk and a waggy tail. I don't know, you just don't know, do you? But I think we'd be quite arrogant to think that we are the only living things out there. I don't know. Getting darker as we watch. Yeah, I feel, I can't see it now, you see. I don't know whether that torch is starting to, oh yeah it is. It's getting dimmer, I think. I could put this other one on, but I don't know how much life it's got left to it, if I'm being honest. We'll try and get, it's going to blind me. No, it's not going to come on. I have got another, there's a torch over there, and I think there's one in my bag over there. Just give me two. Oh, well that one's just come on randomly. We'll give this one a second, and then I think I've got one over there in my bag. I'll pop over and get that in a minute. But yeah, I think this one's starting to, it's been on a while there, so it's starting to go. But let's have a look. Let's see what we've got on here. What do I think about Nostradamus? My granddad used to talk about Nostradamus a lot. I think there's been I don't know. There's been a hell of a lot of things. I suppose it's like The Simpsons. Like, loads of people say The Simpsons, everything to do with The Simpsons is like there's been a time traveller and they know the future and stuff like that. But is it just, are we trying to find stuff that matches up? Because Nostradamus gave all these different predictions of things that were going to happen. He gave fucking shitloads. And there's shitloads that were so wrong and never right at all. But there were certain things that were picked up on and could be matched together. And is that just us trying to find something that's correct? Or is it that he just did know these things? And it's the same with The Simpsons. I know it seems a bit weird comparing Nostradamus to The Simpsons, but oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Woolly Kitty Haven. That sounds mildly sexual. Yeah, I think there's, I don't know, there is some weird things, like the whole Donald Trump going down the escalator thing, waving. That is very, very weird in The Simpsons, that it is exactly the same as the photo that was then a reality years later. Trump wasn't even looking at being president when that first one came out, so it is a bit weird. And the same with Nostradamus, there is some things that are very weird that match up. I think maybe he predicted the whole Princess Diana thing and weird stuff, but once again, is it that we're just going, ooh, that sounds similar, it must be the same? It's like the film as well. There was a film released in 2010 or something like that, that basically summed up the whole COVID thing totally. It was on about a virus that got out and people like being in lockdown and stuff happening, and it was almost exactly the same as the reality. All very, very strange, but that doesn't mean that it's a time traveller or whatever. It's just a bit weird, isn't it? Nikola Tesla. Wasn't he the one, I can never remember which way around this goes. Is he the one that stole the ideas from somebody else, or was he the one that had all his ideas stolen? He's to do with like the electricity side of things, isn't he? Tesla. But was he the one that he came up with some good ideas and people stole his ideas, or the other way around? I can't remember. I feel like, is he from Croatia? I don't know, I might have made that up. I'm sure that I saw, when I went to Croatia, I'm sure I saw something about him. One sec. Some people still believe in COVID. I do believe in COVID. I do think that there was I know there was COVID because I fucking had it, and I've had it multiple times, and it's horrible. People have seen the pictures of me. People have, I don't think people fully understand how ill I was with COVID when I came back from Romania. I thought I was going to die. I've never been that poorly in my life. So yeah, 100% it was COVID. Don't care what you think. Don't care if you think it was big conspiracy to whatever. Bollocks. It was real because I almost fucking died. So yeah, I hated Andy. When I had COVID, this is a weird story. So when I came back from Romania, I was so poorly on the way back. I don't know how I got out of Romania. I don't know how I managed to get home. I could hardly walk just from Manchester Airport to the car park in Manchester Airport. It took me about an hour to walk that far. Andy took the bag and kept coming back to check on me. I sat down on the floor. I was exhausted. I was so poorly. So anyway, I got back home and I was having fever dreams. Andy was the devil. Andy was the reason I was feeling so ill. In my head, I was living in my own little world. I didn't see anyone for 2 weeks. Nobody was at my house. I didn't see my children. Nobody came round because I was so ill and I couldn't be near anyone. I collapsed multiple times from coughing. I was passed out at the top of the stairs. Sue, who you will have heard me mention before, who does a lot of stuff behind the scenes, was ordering stuff to my house, like drinks. I couldn't eat. I didn't eat anything. The only thing I was eating was limes and lemons. I was drinking bottle after bottle after bottle of lime juice and lemon juice. I was terrible. I was so poorly. And I quit the channel. In that 2 weeks, I quit the channel and said I'm never doing it again. I couldn't text Andy, I couldn't talk to him. I don't know why. In those dreams, I hated him. Really weird, really affected me in so much of a bad way. But yeah, I'm good now. 1 second. Matt is talking about flu. No, I've had flu. I know exactly what flu's like, and this was totally different. Don't care what you say. You have your opinion, do what you want, 100%. Edison stole from Tesla, yes. I knew it was something like that. But yeah, I've had it 3 times. The first time I was quite bad with it. When I had my jabs, I was quite poorly with it, but not like really poorly. That was like flu symptoms. I felt a bit shit. But when I had it in Romania, I was fucking dead. But then I had it again. Me, Rachel and Leah had it, and it was just like a mild cold. It wasn't even that bad. So that was after my jabs. But 1 second, let's see. Oh yeah, Matt Groening. Yeah, I couldn't remember his name earlier on. That's it. I don't want to just. I don't mind people having discussions, but when it's involved people being ill and dying and stuff, I'd rather you not have a debate about it. Let's just leave that where it is. But yeah, let's move on. Something else. Ask me something else. What can we talk about? Yeah, Contagion is the film. That is right. Oh, thank you. I like to be your role model. That's very nice. Let's have a look. Hey Matt, love what you do. Your videos have helped me through many challenging times. You know what? This is something that we get sent quite a lot. We get messages sent through saying, "Oh, you've helped me through this, like cancer or health battles, mental health issues, and things like that." I just need you lot to know you've done the same for me. I've not had cancer and I've not been really poorly, but like stuff up here. If it wasn't for you guys, I would be in a lot worse position than I was. So it isn't a one-way thing. I know that we've helped people and I love the fact that we have, but you have as well. Every single last one of you has helped me Because if it wasn't for you, things would be very different. Without going into detail, things would be very different. 1 second. Do you collect anything in particular? Yes. Terrible ex-girlfriends. No. What else? I don't collect anything now. Freddie collects Match Attacks cards. Like I said, I did used to collect with... It's never me that collects things though. This is the thing. I collect things on behalf of other people. So like I'll go and buy stuff for them. I'm not one for spending money on myself. I never spend money on myself, so I don't really collect anything because of that. I haven't got a collection of anything because I tend to put all my money and stuff into other people. So, 1 sec. Don't forget, there's always a real. I don't know what that means. 1 sec. Family. Oh yeah, family hug, group hug. There you go. What are the most difficult items you find in abandoned places that you have a hard time leaving behind? I think it's the personal items, so like things like those postcards, for example, with like writing that meant something to someone else, and even though it's just a piece of paper, it's got someone's genuine emotions and it's a snapshot of history. Those things that meant something to someone. It doesn't necessarily have to be anything of value. Like I don't take anything anyway, but if you gave me the option of taking a postcard writing home about their life, or maybe a letter writing off to see if they could get a cottage given to them and stuff, I would much rather keep that than say, I don't know, a piece of furniture worth thousands of pounds. Like, they're things that they're like today's version of a nice car or whatever. I would much rather have something that's come from here than come from here. So for me, that's the connection. Like silly things like when I go metal detecting, when I find stuff, it's not the value. Don't get me wrong, it's nice if you find a nice hammered coin worth like 500 quid or something like that. I think Andy found a King John hammered that were worth about £500. And yes, it's nice, but it's not that. It's never been that for me. It's always been, who was the person that dropped this? What were they going to spend that on? What happened when they got home and the missus found out that they'd lost the money that they'd been paid that day? What is the story behind the person that had that last in their hand? How long has it sat in that exact spot? Has it moved around the field and been in different places and you're just the one that's lucky enough to walk across it? Things like that I find really good. It's not all about value and cost and stuff like that. Money comes and goes, but the history will always be there. It will always live on after you've gone. Your possessions, whether the things that are going to last or not. So that hammered coin that you find, you then either keep it or you sell it on. But the person that then buys it, or you die, you go. But the coin's still there. Unless it's been melted down or changed in some way, that will then continue and take a journey somewhere else. That item has its own life and its own journey, and people say about looking back at history, it's still the history of that coin right now. Like, it's taking its own path to end up somewhere else. I love that. I love not only thinking backwards, but where is it going to be in 100 years' time? Who's going to own it then? So there's all sorts. There's so many things. I just think it's really cool. I'll say video is being really weird. Probably my internet. It repeats every few seconds. It could be the battery going on this. I don't know. 1 second. I could see you thriving as a historian. The thing is, though, I haven't got enough retention of details and stuff like that to be a historian. I love history and I love the thought of all these things. But if you asked me to tell you, like, what happened here and who it was, what king was there and what did this, I could tell you some things, I couldn't tell you everything. And I think a historian, yeah, they paint a picture, but they also need to know like the order of things, and that's where I'd struggle. Like, I could tell you a story of it, but I couldn't tell you the facts of it, if that makes sense. So, let's have a look. Have you ever come across bones you think might be human on your explores? Well, obviously Paris Catacombs was full of the bastards. There were loads. I think there's 6 million bodies down there, so yes. Also, when we did something called the Megatron in Sheffield, it runs underneath the city, and apparently it was originally built by the Romans, and then it's been changed and added to over years. And I found something that I'm pretty sure was part of a skull, human skull, but I don't know. But I think it was. It just seemed like it. Obviously, I've seen loads down the catacombs now as well, and it was the same sort of density. It was the same sort of, I don't know. It just seemed like it was. So maybe, don't know, not sure. 1 second. Yeah, that is something actually. Yeah, look up Megatron, search Megatron Sheffield and you'll see what I mean. That is something that I think we are going to lose. So letters, people writing, like Freddie's mum said something the other day about how they are going to be doing a lot of their exams not written down anymore by the time he goes to do GCSEs and stuff like that. He's only 8 now, but they're talking about things like French exams not being written anymore. They're all going to be done on a computer. We're going to lose the written side of things over time. It is literally going to move on to technology. But when technology goes and breaks and stuff like that, then that's lost forever. And I know paper gets thrown in the bin and things like that, but something gets left over. Whereas I can't see finding an iPad in 600 years' time, there's still going to be a charge on battery and you can have a look. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like we are losing that side of things. Also, like photos being digital, brilliant. They are there for now. But I think about this, like with YouTube, I think to myself, oh, in years to come, my grandkids can watch all the adventures. Can they? Because if YouTube go, where do those videos go? Who owns those videos? Does YouTube own those videos or do you own them? By putting them on there, when they go, say if they went bust or nobody wanted YouTube anymore, what happens to your videos? Do you get the right to download those again and keep them? Right? It's weird, isn't it? Do you actually own anything anymore? Your own photos, you put them on Facebook, are they yours? God knows. Don't know. Is Megatron a tank or a gun? Neither. It's water tunnels. What are they called now? Basically, the river. It's the river. I don't know if it's the River Don or the River Sheaf that runs under Sheffield. It runs underneath. And they built tunnels. I know the Victorians built a load of them. Romans started off with doing some, and then God knows now, some of it's in concrete. So, is Megatron the biggest plug you've been here? I don't know what that means. It's not anything to do with the Transformers either. Let's have a look. I'm just going to have to get another torch. Just give me a second. There's another one over here somewhere. Let's see if I can get this and put one back on just so I can see what I'm doing. Can't actually see where they are anymore. No. I'm coming back, don't worry. One second. The other bag's over here somewhere. I'm back. I'm here. Oh God, I'm cold though. I'm gonna put this on my head. Keep me warm. Alright, let's see what people are saying. So you're saying Megatron's a jet? No, I'm not saying Megatron's a jet. I'm saying it's a fucking river thing. Can't think of the word of it. It's almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Don't test me, boy. 1 second. Let's have a look. Turn the electric lights on. They don't work up here. They've turned the electrics off upstairs. It does work downstairs, but it doesn't work up here. I've brought my extension cable. I've brought a big, massive light, but none of the plugs work. So, if we saw a pair of yellow glowing eyes in the darkness, that'd freak us out. Yeah, it would. Keep talking so we can find you. Let's have a look. What else we got here? I always love the old photos he shows in the abandoned cottages. Yeah, they're my favourite things, to be fair. Seeing the photos. And photos, it's such a shame to lose photos. It really, really is. What would you... Oh, I've told people this earlier on, but I don't know if everybody's heard it, but when we were here to start with, like I said, they do a lot of ghost tours here. Or like ghost nights. You can hire the place out for that. However, when we were here earlier on, he gave us a bit of a tour, looking round, and he showed us the servants' bells. And normally, he said, he rang them just to scare people because they'd go off and he'd have a laugh with it. Anyway, he rang the bell, and we went, oh, that's good. And as we walked away, the bell rang again. And we were all stood together, nobody else rang that bell. So then we were like, oh God, did the bell maybe get jammed and get stuck? So we rang the bell again. Right, I can't tell if I can hear things now with this on my head. He rang the bell again to see which one it was that actually went off. And while we were stood right next to it, it rang again on its own. So weird, so strange, freaked me out. 1 second. Yeah, I bought this for Andy at a car boot sale, and he wore it in France, and I found it the other day, and it's really warm because it's proper rabbit fur. Yes, culvert. That's the word I was looking for. Culvert. Megatron is a culvert under Sheffield Station. I think there's a culvert under Manchester Street Station called Optimus. Shut up. There's not one called Optimus Prime. That's a lie. Don't get mad at me. I'm only joking. Don't cry. I'm only messing about. Okay, I've eaten 3/4 of a bag of chips. Screw it. I'm going for the last Guinness. Oh no, are you saying chips and you mean crisps? Please don't have got that wrong, because it's not chips, it's crisps, unless you are having some nice chips. Could eat some chips. I'm hungry, to be fair. I'm really hungry. I did have a Burger King just before the live, but to be fair, I could still eat. I'm very hungry. Let's have a look. What other questions have I missed on here? I think I probably am going to finish up at 3 because, well, I definitely saw something out of the corner of my eye there. Something white flashed next to me. Yeah, I'm going to finish at 3 because I think this camera's not going to last very much longer, and I want to try and film around this place for you and show you what it's like with maybe just a little torch rather than a big massive torch. And if this torch goes, I'm done. I don't think I've got any more torches left. They're all dead. So, did I bring any snacks? it's me. I never bring any snacks because I'm fucking stupid. I've literally got no drink left. I've got no water, no food, no nothing because I have got the right preparation skills and fucking none at all. I'm still listening intently, but my battery's on 12%. I hope I make it to the end. 7:39 p.m. here. Oh God, it's certainly not that here. It's 2:38 in the morning here. Let's have a look. So I am telling you now, I'm giving you pre-warning because this battery may go at any time. I am doing the cut-off for the competition at 3 a.m. If you want to get any more entries into the competition, you need to do it now. It is paypal.me/findersbeepers, and that is to win either the picture, the shoes, or a personal video message from me. I'll try and draw it out tomorrow. I need to get everybody else's name written down that's entered tonight. But 3 a.m. 3 a.m. And I won't be getting any rest at 3 a.m. because I'll be walking around this place filming for you, walking outside in the rain filming for you. So I think my eyes, I keep seeing things. I think that I saw a minute ago, I reckon was just me staring at this torch. Because I keep seeing stuff like that crawling my eyes, it's weird. I think I'm just tired. I know, Violet, I'm only joking, ignore me. Ignore me. 1 second, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Robert Graham Harder, thank you for your entry into the competition. Matt Streets, if he doesn't find a ghost before the end of the night. Yeah, I'll do it after the live's finished then if you want. Be nobody else here to see it, so it'll just be me, which is fine. That'll scare off a few of the ghosts, definitely. What's an RCMP hat? RCMP? Royal crap my pants. What? No PayPal. For me, that's about 5 hours away now. Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Oh, not. Oh, something crap my pants. Whatever I just said. Let's have a look. I feel like I need to tell you, not another ghost story, but I need to tell you more stuff about me if you don't know. God, I just want to broke that jam. 1 sec. I am glad that you're enjoying the videos with Bear. Bear loves exploring. I had a really horrible message yesterday from somebody saying that I am a horrible person for taking Bear out exploring. I should be ashamed of myself. Oh my God, that torch just came back on by itself. What the fuck? There's a torch. The first torch I started with, this or little one I started with here, has just turned on by itself. I'm hoping you could see the difference in light then in front of me, but it just turned on. That is really odd. Yeah, basically said that I was a horrible person, I needed reporting, Bear shouldn't be out exploring with me. He fucking loves it. He absolutely loves it. And you know what? When I go to an abandoned building, we walk round the outside first, and he generally finds the window to go through these days. He can smell it. He can smell inside, and he knows, and he'll go and stand like this, waiting for me to lift him up and put him inside. He loves it. He absolutely loves it. So, God knows. 1 sec. Is it hard to edit on a phone? No, I find it really easy. A lot easier. That I've tried it on other things, and trust me, I find it so easy to edit on a phone. You just need to know what you do. Karen Fowle, thank you very much. I've seen that come through. My dog absolutely loves going out and exploring. Yeah, that's it. What's that behind me? It's my big fat shadow. I would have thought. It's a big scary monster shadow. What else? I have a tiny channel and I've found you always get haters. You know what? I don't really. there's two things. There's two things that I get. One is people that are funny about me taking Bear out, which isn't that often. It's not that often. And the only other thing that I've had horrible comments about is Andy stepping back from the channel for a while. The amount of people that have said nasty, nasty things about me and Andy, actually. People have said, oh, good riddance, horrible man and dirty old man and things like that. But people have said things like, he's gone because I'm nasty to him and he deserves his own channel because I'm so horrible to him and everything like that. So we have had some shitty comments, but not that much. Nothing that much. One sec. It is what it is. It comes with the territory. It's literally, if you put yourself into the public eye and you have comments on your videos and you have opinions about things, you've got to be ready for those people that are out there and watching to have their own opinions. And I don't always like them, and sometimes if I think you're a cunt, I'll get rid of you off the channel so you can't, nobody else can see your comments. I'll do it because it's my channel, I can do that. But I won't do that for just people that have general opinions. I'll do that when people are nasty and horrible and it's unneeded. So, yeah. One sec. Oh, you can't say that, John. That's not true. I'm not the channel. I'm not the channel. But it is appreciated. It makes me feel nice about myself. But I think that, I don't know. Only worry for Bear is his broken tooth. No, he hasn't got a tooth. It's gone. He literally ripped the whole thing out of his gum. It is gone. So, one sec. Did you hear that when you were saying about the hat? Every so often you can hear something. You want to send her that picture of him looking out the window in Scotland. He loves it. Yeah, he loves it. He does love it. How many rooms in the house you're in? Fucking loads. It's like a rat run. There's so many little tiny rooms. I want to show you. I want to take you around, but I can't because I'll lose you again. And at this point, there'd be no point coming back on again. Always amazing how terrible people can be. The thing is, it's very, very easy sat behind a computer, knowing that that person's never going to see you. You can write whatever you want and it doesn't matter. And you know what? I've said things in the past. I've commented on things in the past and probably been not as nice as I should have been, but never as horrible as that. But it does make you sit back then and think, you know what? That person's put time and effort into that. Don't be horrible. So, let's see. Yeah, I think, like, I don't want to go into the whole Andy and me thing too much, but it has been nice to just be me and just, I think when we're bouncing off each other, we are us, if that makes sense. We're not individuals. We're not, I don't know, we're something else. What's that? Why have I got a tracking number? What's been delivered to my house? Oh, yes, I don't know what it is. Yeah, that's quite unfortunate. So yeah, I think we are us as friends. We're not us as individuals because we sort of change. I think like you do with anybody, you are different with different sets of people. So like, for example, if I'm talking to my mum, I'll talk to her very differently to what I talk to Andy, but I talk to Andy very differently to what I talk to my kids. And I think you are different, but I think you get, when it's just me and Bear, you get me. Like you get the, I think you get a whole spectrum of emotion with me as well. You'll get the excitement, the passion, you'll get the, like for example this week coming, you'll get the upset and the emotion, like pure emotion. You'll get like, I don't know, just me talking to Bear and just having that relationship with him. But I think when it's me and Andy, it's sort of like that banter and that it's different. As somebody said to me earlier on, it's not better, it's not worse, it's just different. And I think that is so true. I don't think that it's changed the channel in a bad way, it's just changed it and made it different. And I think that's good. I do think that's good. I wouldn't say I'm modest, I just say I'm just a normal person. So, one second. That baby bear, you're making his memory just like he's making memories. Sorry, the chat's moving so fast. No, it does mean a lot though when people say I've done a good job of like keeping it going and stuff. I think people are worried. People worry that I'm doing too much, but actually I've just come to a point now where I've got a better flow with things. So I tried to explain this last time I did a live, but say I was doing 10 explores and it was back when I was doing that with Andy. That would mean going out 10 times. So I'd go out on a Monday night, a Monday night, a Monday night, Monday night, Monday night for 10 weeks to make 10 videos. Now I'm driving somewhere and doing 10 videos in 4 days. So then in those 4 days, I can make a main channel video and then maybe a Tuesday video and then a Thursday video as well. Out of one trip, I can do 10 videos. And then I've got 3 weeks or whatever where I don't need to do anything other than edit. And my life is so much more chilled. I've got so much more time for other things. And it's so much better. And people think because I'm cracking out 3 videos a week, I'm putting 3 times as much effort in. I'm not, it's the same. I'm just doing it more. I'm being clever about it, which is so much better. One sec. One sec. People will always be hard behind a keyboard. Yeah, it's true. It's true. I experienced that today by loads of teenagers, and not just kids, calling professional people. Yeah, no, it's right. There is some dodgy people out there. There's some lovely people out there. There's people genuinely will do anything for you and will make sure that you're alright, and then you get people that will do things for you but they're doing it for a reason, and then you get people that will do fuck all for you, and you're going to meet all of these people in life, and it is one of those things. But this is why I haven't got millions and millions of close friends. I've got a select few because I know I can trust them and I know I can rely on them and I know what sort of people they are. Don't get me wrong, it hurts a lot more when those people then do something against you. However, the likelihood of that's quite small. Whereas if you've got millions and millions of people that you feel like you can rely on, most of them don't really care that much. And I know that sounds harsh, but they don't. So I keep my circles quite small. That doesn't mean I'm not friendly with everybody, because I am. I would class everybody as my friend, but just not my close friend. So it's weird how things work. Everybody's different and nobody's ever going to agree with everything you think. So just do it your own way, because at the end of the day, if you try and please everybody, I've found this over the last few months, if you try and please everybody, you're never going to fucking succeed. So please yourself. I know that sounds harsh as fuck, but please yourself, and if people like it, brilliant. If they don't, fuck off. Honestly, that's the best way. One second. Honestly as well, like, you might catch me on a bad moment with a comment and I might react to it, but that's not because of you. So someone's just said sorry for a certain comment. I haven't really read what it says because I don't want to focus on you, I want to focus in general. If somebody said something and I've shown that it's upset me, or I've shown that it's got to me, that's not because of that one comment. That's because of the 99 other comments before that comment that's pushed me to that point of saying something. So don't think that your one comment has ruined my day, because it's not. It really hasn't. It's just when something gets said over and over and over and over again, it might get to me, and I'm sure everybody's like that. So don't worry. I'm never going to fall out with people or be upset with people for saying something or comment something, unless it's like against my family and the people I love. Say what you want about me, honestly, it's fine, it's fine. God, we're getting a bit deep again, aren't we? One sec. I'm off to Noddyland. You have a really good sleep. I will be following, I'm not going to follow you. Is that hat comfortable? It is very comfortable. The only downside to it is, as I'm sat here, it's tickling inside my ears as I'm talking. But other than that, it's very, very nice. Right, I don't know. Might start doing niche documentaries. Like on what though? I don't know. And it's time as well. I have set up another channel to do something else on it, and I ain't got time. I need more time, so I'm slowly building up. I've got an editor to start helping me with the second channel, so you'll start to see more stuff, because I filmed one of those this week and I've sent him the stuff over, but I've told him there's no rush, because I don't want to put pressure on him. I don't want to put pressure on me to then start cracking out weekly videos. So you will start to see some more trickling through on the second channel, and that's because I want to. However, there's no rush to. There's no deadline to do it like there is on the main channel, where we've got a Sunday video, Tuesday video, Thursday video. This is just going to be as and when I get time, and he will go off and edit that. So, 1 second. Which channel is the second channel? It's Beeper Beef. So, 1 sec. This channel. So normally that would be, whenever I write on this with that, people think it's Andy, because Andy usually takes control of the second channel for the comments. So people always get excited when they see that, but it's because it's a lot easier for me to get on It's a lot easier for me to get on a live and watch a live from Beeper Beef than it is from my own channel. It's a lot easier to find it. So that's why I'm on there, that's the reason. But there's some really good content on there, some really underviewed, underwatched videos on the second channel that we've probably put a hell of a lot more effort into than we have the main channel, but they don't get half the amount of views. So I want to start building up some more stuff on there to get that channel going, get that over. I want that over 10,000 subscribers. We're currently on about 6,700, I think, so. Yeah, Beeper Bear is definitely going to be on there. 1 second. See, look, even though I'm saying it's not Andy, I'm Matt, not Andy. No, it's not Andy. It's not Andy. But what I'm saying is, previously, Andy would always use that channel to comment. I'd use the main channel, he'd use that one, but it's not now, it's me. As I've just explained, people get overexcited when they see that pop up. But yeah, I don't know, the future of this group of channels is big and it is exciting, and I am looking forward to it. But it's just going to take me time to get used to doing things in a certain way and doing things right. Beeper Bear will be back. He will have more video on his channel. Beeper Beef will definitely have more stuff on there. Maybe not so much the other two channels. Beeper Bits, because Sue used to do that, but she's not had as much time to do that recently. And Beeper Bounce Back, maybe not, because more of that stuff might be on the second channel. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes, we'll see what goes where. And like I said, there is another channel sat there waiting to be used as well, but I don't want to stretch myself spread myself so thin that you're getting shit stuff, but like 10 shit videos instead of 2 good videos. I would rather make good content for you. One sec. Your battery held up longer than me. I have work in the morning, so off to bed. I'm going to go soon in a minute, to be fair. I need a wee. Have you ever been given permission to explore anywhere? Oh, have you been given permission to explore anywhere in this hall you're into now? Apart from the bit that's used as an auction house, because there's very expensive bits of stuff in there that I'm not allowed to go near. Now, I've been shown them, but I can't go by myself. I've got to go with somebody else, which is fair enough. We don't want stuff disappearing into pockets and stuff, do we? So, 1 second. Maybe the thing is, I'm focusing on the main channel at the moment, and I want to put the good stuff like that on the main channel. People enjoy it, and you've got to think, if I put it on the second channel, if I put a video about behind the scenes on the second channel, which is what I originally wanted to do, I'll get maybe 4,000 views on it. If I put it on the main channel, I'll get 10,000 views on it. And you've got to think about that. I hate to think about it like this, really, but you've got to think about it like a business. This is my income, this is my wage, and even though, yes, it started off as a hobby and I love doing it, it's still money that comes into the channel. And it would make no sense to put a video on the second channel that's going to get half the amount of views than put it on the main channel and get 2.5 times the amount of views and make 2.5 times the money and bring in subscribers to the main channel as well. So at the moment there will be other sorts of videos on the second channel, but not that stuff, because that stuff people really enjoy. So what's the most you paid for an Explore or Paranormal? I don't pay. What do you mean pay? What I've paid? I don't pay anything. Obviously we paid to travel to other countries. I don't pay to go in. I haven't paid to come in here tonight. It's been done on a favour basis because he's a good guy and we've worked alongside him to help push his business as well. It's a great place. If I was a paranormal investigator, I would definitely want to come here and do all the things here, because it is a spooky, freaky place. And if you've got something and you want to do that, do it here. So yeah, I am helping him out by pushing that and telling people about that, because there's enough paranormal people that watch my channel to do it, but he's helping me as well. So I haven't paid for that, but I also know that it's good enough. I would genuinely pay for this place. It's really good. Let's have a look. Oh, you're off to bed, Edith. 1 sec. Oh, and Deborah. Good night. Oh, I don't know if Edith is or she's just replying. Oh, she's just replying. Right. So 3 o'clock. That is your competition closed. Nobody else can enter the competition. I'll tot up all the entries tomorrow, work out who needs what adding on, because I know that some people need adding on, some people need changing. But I think we're about done. I think we're going to sleep now, or we're going. Yeah, 7 hours? Yeah, 7 hours. I think that's about fair. I was going to try and stay a bit longer and do it a bit longer, but I don't think I am. Right, so I love you all. Thank you so much for coming and helping out and being here for me through the night, and I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the ghost stories, even though they weren't quite what I expected to do. I decided that's what I wanted to do, and I actually really enjoyed it. I may be sleeping here, I may not be sleeping here, I haven't decided yet. But the thing is, I need to get the keys back to the person that needs the keys, so I sort of probably need to, really. But either way, I'll work that out in a bit. 1 second. I might do it as a one-off with someone else, but not as a permanent thing, definitely not. Right. 1 second. I think that's it. Still got half a beer. Down it. Right, love you all. I'm going to end the live now and go for a wee. And I'll see you soon. And I'll announce the competition tomorrow. Oh, if I can get up.
Right, love you all. Goodbye.